welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Juan Ying, bienvenidos, benvimbo, willkommen, croeso, welcome in. It's Canada and it's Honduras. Big apologies for being late, but we have had some technical issues in behind the scene. Whew, everything's good. Welcome in. Get yourself seated because I tell you what, we're in for a match. Check this out. Hey, what do you think of that? Superman. Super Canada. Super Canada. What do you think of that shirt? I'm going to be telling you more and more and more. But hey, welcome in, welcome in. We're going live. We are live. And I tell you what, I'm going to go to the big screen and basically let you know where we're going. But I tell you what, Honduras. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigos, mi amigas? Against Canada. How you doing, my friends? Tell you what, I've been working hard all day today. Working hard all day today. Boom. Got my Superman on today. Let's get into some of that good old talk. But welcome in. Glad to see you. We're in for a massive game. Massive game. Going to go through some things first, but we got the starting lineup. It's a bit of a different starting lineup. It's not a bad one. Interesting starting lineup. Very interesting. And I like one thing particular. I'm going to get into it very soon. But welcome in. Get ready. Rich, how you doing, my friend? It's Woody. Let's go, lads. Yes, welcome in. I tell you, we've got a big one. What do you reckon to the shirt, Rich? Come on. Superman? Super Canada? Or is it Super Stevie? I tell you, standing up. Have a look at that. Boom. Super night classic. Cheers, fella. I'm not going to be rude and ask you what you're wearing. But I hope you're laughing at that. And I tell you what, we're in for a good time. A few other scores coming around. If you want any scores or anything, just let me know, Rich, and I'll get straight to it. But well done, last time out, mate. Superstar, absolute superstar. And we finished off with Billy Biggins. Did you see that, Billy Biggins? Classic guy. But going to tell you some stuff about Honduras and me personally over the years, so you'll enjoy where I'm coming from. Honestly, Rich, you're the first one on the door, so you get the first present of the day. But back in 2004, that was, Rich, I'm wearing my old Hartford Whalers jersey. Wow, Hartford Whalers. Yes, mate, yes. You're talking classic history, friend. Absolutely. I mean, I might have been born over that little Emerald Island there many years ago. A lot of years ago. But Hartford Whalers, yeah, we heard about them guys over there too, yeah. My cousin played with Gordie Howe. Whoa! Man, you're connected. You are so connected. Last time you told me about the coach and everything. Wow. You are connected. Gordie Howe? Yeah, legend. And let's hope the Oilers can have some luck. It's not going too well, and unless you don't want to know the score, I won't tell you. But let's hope the Oilers can turn it around. But, Rich, I'm going to show you something now. 2004, Canada, Honduras. That was my press badge in 2004 in Edmonton. I was standing on the sideline, and this was the story. This was the badge when I started that story last match against, I think it was late into the broadcast, but I was talking about Gene Principe and Sportsnet when I was on the sideline, and there was this Mexican referee called Benito Arcundia, and that's the guy who gave the penalty against Canada late in that game, and there was no contact. And Gene Principe from Sportsnet turned to me and said, "Steve, was there any contact?" I went, "Absolutely nothing, no contact." So 2004, that is my first ever Canada badge. That's why I keep it. Further down the line, I got bigger badges because when you come in, they restrict you. They've got to find out who you are, so they restrict me. So that was my first badge, Honduras in Canada, and it was a 1-1 draw at Commonwealth Stadium. And Commonwealth Stadium is a beautiful stadium, but it is renowned for being a little bit of a white elephant. And when they first told me about white elephant, I'm thinking, yeah, absolutely. It was a sweet memory. Absolutely. When I was thinking about the white elephant term, I thought, really? It's a beautiful stadium. It's 60,000 seats. And I was so naive, so damn naive. And I'm looking at the 60,000 seats in this beautiful stadium, and I'm like, wow, is this ever a place for football? Then I looked down there because I'm in the media booth, yeah, and I looked down there and I said, "Give me 10 minutes, I'll be back." And I ran all the way down the stairs to the field, quickly went on the field, had a quick feel, quick look, came back up, and I was having a heart attack. The field, the grass was about that big. It was barely any grass. It was a lot of compacted mud, basically. And both teams had to do with it what they could. So that was my first time. And like I say, Arcundia. Then a year later, I got the All Access Pass. That's for the season. And that was working with Canada, the Canadian national team. So I got that to go anywhere, anytime, any day, as I call it. It's an all-access area pass, but I call it anytime, any day, anywhere. And I got that in 2005, kept that for many, many years. They just renew it every year. So that's what it looks like. Take your fingers out, Steve. That's what it looks like. And that was 2005. There's another little story for you, Rich. And in 2006, just to keep the security good, they changed colors on you. And they give you the main player badge, which you're honored. But they change the color for security every now and again so that you think it's going to be white and you print it up from your own house and you think you're going to make a really good forgery because it's really simple. You know, take a picture, you got it, right? You ever go to a crowd and you got people wearing these badges, people take a picture, they can make a copy straight away. So then they change the color. And all I'm saying with culminating on those couple of badges, because I got a lot more, is I've been going up against Honduras for many, many years. Yeah, Laha. Yeah, La Bicola, yeah, the bicolors. I've been up against them pretty much for 30 years in Canada. It's the one team that I really get up for. I don't hate Honduras, not at all, not at all. But I get up for it because here's the deal. This is where the story leads to. For many, many years, 15 minutes away from the games, guys, we'll be getting there soon. For many, many years, I'll give you the starting lineup in a minute. For many years, Canada didn't have the brains to play. Didn't have the brains to close the deal. Didn't have the players with experience. Yes, there was a handful. You go back, say, 30 years ago, the likes of Paul Stalteri. He was with Tottenham Hotspur in the early O's, and he'd come through the ranks with Canada. A few of the players could. Jason DeVos back in the day, he was another guy that could think the game and keep the team on the field and keep them moving up and down and keep them solid. And this is what it comes down to. When you play against a CONCACAF team, Slig. Oh, that's a lovely cup of tea, by the way. And Rich, I'll be on the pop after. And some agua, water. But here's the deal. The game itself. Years and years and years and years. We were unable to compete with the Latin American players. We hadn't got the game sense. And it's only the game sense. It wasn't the touch. It wasn't the skill. It wasn't the finish in front of net. No, it was the game sense. It was knowing what to do with or without the ball at all times and how to block a guy without touching him and all sorts of things that Central America, South American players, they have it naturally because they're born in a football, in a soccer environment. They learn that from like teeny weeny, tiny little babies, how to be in the game, how to manage the game, and especially how to get the referee on your side. So tonight is this Mario Escobar from Guatemala, and I do not like this guy. I do not like this guy. He's a bit of a bully, but hey, maybe this game needs a bully of a ref to keep him calm. I think we're in for a very interesting match, but that's what I'm saying. For many years, we were not able to really dominate the ref, dominate the linesman, dominate the opposition psychologically. Not on the game, but psychologically. Now we can. Now we got big players that play around the big leagues, and the referee know their names. And let's not kid ourselves. Like you mentioned Gordie Howe there, Rich. A big name is a big name. And you say Jonathan David worldwide. Alphonso Davies, big names. Stephen Eustáquio, getting bigger. By the way, Jonathan David is the captain tonight because Alphonso Davies is not there. Stephen Eustáquio is with FC Porto in the FIFA World Club Cup competition. So, I'm going to read this. People are going to laugh at this. Rich says, I see you're in for a massive pee break and a half with all that, my friend. You know, I may well be. Hey, thank you, my friend. Big love to Rich. Big love. And I sip. If I keep sipping, I'm good. If I keep sipping, I'm good. It's when you do go for a pee break. Boom, burst that bubble, you're running all night. You've had 1 or 2 beers and you keep it inside, you keep it zipped. You don't get out there and let it go, because once it's going, it's flowing and you're running all night long while you're drinking. So, yeah, I learned that too, but who cares? If I was off duty, yeah, I probably would be slinging it back. Whitecaps catheter. Wow. Mate, I tell you, I was going to reach for a Whitecaps pass like that. But Whitecaps catheter, beautiful job. I heard about that for the first time when I was on air. It was TSN up in Edmonton, and I was a guest at the time, and it was Bryn Griffiths, one of the greatest broadcasters. I got to learn so much from that man. Little Welsh genius, but Bryn Griffiths up in Edmonton from Team 1260 originally. Then it became TSN, and it was Bell Media, and it was the Chorus Media, and yada, yada, yada. But if anybody's out there listening, Bryn Griffiths from TSN, Team 1260 Edmonton, taught me so much. And we used to have screaming matches. We would literally have screaming matches in his office about what I wanted to do and what he would allow me to do. And he's like, you can't do that. I'm like, why not? And people outside who are the sales team, who are the very quiet, professional people, it's kind of funny. Because when we stopped screaming, I'd slap his hand. I'd be like, all right, I'm walking out. See you later. And as soon as I got outside, I am pissing myself laughing inside, right? But you should have seen the faces looking at me thinking, what the hell just went on inside there? Wow, he's coming out. Oh, put your heads down, keep writing. Funny as. Now, to the game. Lots of fun. We're going to get there. And starting lineup. Dane St. Clair in net. What do you think? Dane St. Clair in net. No Maxime. I'll tell you what. I like Dane. I think he's got a time here. Let's see what happens. He's going to rotate is what I'm saying. One thing I do love, and I'm looking at the defense. Ricky Larrea. Yeah, Ricky Larrea, right back. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Ricky Larrea needs to be the right back all the time. Joel Waterman, love him in the middle. Yeah. Dufourelles, I like him. Don't give him a penalty spot. No, because he fluffed it and it was bad. But on the defending side, I think he's been a revelation. I really do. I think the young man has been an absolute revelation. I'm just going to bring up another screen here, guys. But I think he's been a revelation. But again, the penalty taking, yeah, maybe not. Or if it does, be prepared. Wouldn't you say be prepared? I'm looking at Dane St. Clair in net warming up. 28-year-old warming up, and he's with Minnesota United, as you know. If you didn't know, he's with Minnesota United. But I like the guy, always did. And prior to the World Cup, I said, this guy needs to get some time in, really needs to get some time in. But Dane St. Clair starts. Yeah, Ricky Larrea out right side, Joel Waterman, Fogarellis in the middle, 2 pairing. And interestingly, I'm asking myself, Jesse, what are you thinking? Choinière, left back. That's an interesting place to put a gifted player. I would like to see Choinière midfield, or maybe outside, possibly where Ahmed is playing, yeah? Or as everybody's saying is Ahmed, give him the benefit, Ahmed. So, Choinière is the right side. Interesting. Ahmed on the right side of midfield, Saliba in the middle, Oluwasi next to the next two is that middle pairing, Saliba and Oluwasi. And then Stiga is on the left side. Like Stiga, I like them all. Young, fast, good team I'm looking at here right now. And then Jonathan David, captain tonight, because obviously Alphonso Davies' ACL is out. And Steven Eustáquio, if you didn't know, he's with FC Porto at the FIFA World Club Cup finals. Now, Tajon Buchanan also on the left side up front. 2 finishers, 2 guys that can create each other. There's a good possibility we'll see Tajon and David create something for each other, not necessarily have the ball coming from Ahmed or Siga, but I think there's a good opportunity that you see those 2 pairing up very well. I'm glad to see Larin not starting. I think we need to go now with the big team all the way through. Larin not starting. Is that glad to see Larin not starting? I think we need to go now with the big team all the way through. Larin not starting. Is that good for you or is that bad for you? But that's our starting lineup. Quickly, if you're just joining in, welcome in. Like, subscribe, join the family. Get into this. Get in here now, as I say. So, fast and furious, Canada starting lineup. Dane St. Clair in net. Larrea, right side, mid defense. Waterman, Fogarellis in the middle. Choinière, left side. Ahmed, right midfield. Saliba, Oluwasi, middle pairing. Seager, left. Jonathan David, Tajon Buchanan up front. Let's take a look at the enemy. La H, La Ha, La Bicola, Honduras. Honduras. And I say, ¿Cómo estás, mi amigos? ¿Cómo estás, mi amigas? If you're here from Honduras. Now, in goal, Meniva. On the left side defense, Rosales. Rosales, I tell you what, you're gonna see some clever plays by Honduras tonight. They're not coming in to make up the numbers. And like you see with Guatemala against Jamaica, they may well pull a surprise. They are capable of it. A good result tonight for Honduras is a 1-1. That's what I'm saying. There's people out there touting, oh, Canada's going to win 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. I've seen 2-0s as well. Both could happen. Could happen. But those people touting 3-0 straight off the bat, I mean, come on, let's give Honduras a little bit of respect, because they're worth it. Chacha McChouch, buddy, how you doing, son? Let's go, Canada. Absolutely. Untold FC's in the house. Big test for the midfield. No Coney. Big surprise. That's what I'm saying earlier about the team, yeah? I mean, going back into Canada just for now, that midfield pairing, Saliba, Oluwase. I think Jesse's trying to create something different up front. When my mind spins like that, like you just saw, we got an interesting situation in front of the goal with Oluwase and Saliba. Quick, short passes to the right side, left side. That's an obvious, but maybe they tickle balls through. Watch for something to happen, but it's an interesting pairing. But don't forget, we do have a few players away, and hey, I think what we've got here is speed on the ball here. I'm looking at speed on the ball. But yeah, that's what we got. Now back to Honduras, the enemy. Rosales on the left side, and you got Montes Escobar and Vega. That's a defensive pairing just in front of Meniva. Melendez is your right side defender. That's what I'm looking at. Arriaga and Flores midfield pairing, defensive side of things, and Palma, Vega, Kyoto, and Lozano up front. Lozano can do the damage, and Kyoto very much a guy to keep an eye on. They do have some talent here. Let's not think that this is a Honduras side that's coming in just to make up the numbers, because they're not. They're coming here to do some damage. They don't want to lose another opening game to a competition, yeah? That's what I'm saying. Give me a tea break, guys. That's a brilliant point. I'm going to raise that one. Brilliant point, guys. Honestly, brilliant point. Brilliant. Tea break. Trouty McTrout says, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about it. But what happened to Mark Anthony K? You know, my friend, I've been saying the same thing, and I just say this much. It's attrition. It's attrition. I'm not going to label him bad, good, or ugly, but it's attrition. And as we've been building this squad, characters, personalities. If you've got too much of a personality, perhaps, maybe you're not the kind of personality that Jesse Marsch wants. Because other than that, I can't really think there's a real reason for him not to have been there. Remember, though, he was on the periphery, yeah? When he was busting, he didn't own a spot down. He was on the periphery trying to get that spot. Yes, he got frequent playing time, and it seems that he got pretty decent playing time, and then all of a sudden, it stopped. Do you remember that? About a year and a half before we went to the World Cup, there was good things happening all the way through to the World Cup, and shortly after, bang, it stopped. I don't think it was form. I think it's something else. And listen, being in the big, bad, nasty world like we all are, sometimes people just do not get picked because of personality. If you got a guy or two that are very equal, there's something not right with that, Trouty. You're absolutely right on the money there, mate. Absolutely right. But I think that's where you probably need to look at. Catheter at work. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant, mate. I tell you what time is it? What time is it? I tell you, we're early in catheter at work. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Rich, big test for the midfield. No Coney. Big surprise. Yes. I got to tell you, I'm going back to that. It is a big surprise. It really is. I thought for sure, there's a chance he's coming in, but I think Kone does himself sometimes no justice, or he doesn't help himself. Sometimes he's a player that looks like he's not trying. He's a player that he looks like he doesn't care, but he does care, and he is trying. But it's all in the visual, you know. It's a case of, yeah, Kone I do like, though. And I remember a couple of years ago, I think the Trout brought it up a couple of years ago. We were talking about Kone coming through for the future, and we said, yeah, he's one for the future, but he's got the glass jaw syndrome. He's got to get tough. He's got to stay tough. There's another thing that Jesse likes. He likes impact players, tough players. Going back to Rich, might be a butt clench. First half, be patient, get sorted, and stick with the plan. Yeah. You know, take this as a typical CONCACAF qualifying style kind of game, and then you won't get too far away from what's really going to happen tonight, yeah? We've had many, many years where we played in CONCACAF, and sometimes, boy, does it frustrate the heck out of you, keeping it clean. And sometimes you get real pissed off about what's going on in front of you. It's those moments that Latino Americans can play all night long. It's just good for them. They don't care. And they're going to bring the theatrics, and they're going to take that dive. If you touch them with your fingernail, they are going flying like they just hit or literally just got hit by a Jeep. I mean, they're gone boom. They're gone down. So they know how to simulate. They know how to play. And like I said, when I came in and started the show, they've got the psycho going on, the psychology of the game and how to manipulate players, referees, linesmen, the whole shebang. And they know how to do it. And that's what we can do now. We couldn't do it before. So let's get them on out there. I'm looking at the boys at the lineup. It's a beautiful scene. Beautiful scene. Not a full sellout, not a sellout, but the guys are coming on. Mario Escobar Teco, Guatemala referee, bringing on the team. Remember, I'm not a fan of Mr. Escobar, but you need a tough ref with these two teams. But Canada is in this. Ricky Larea looking focused. Fogarellis looking focused. I'd tell you, there's a lot of focus on there, but they need to be brave tonight. They've got to be brave. Trout McTrout one more time, guys. If you're listening, great point. We have a lot of young guys stepping up. Maybe he was on the bubble. You know, I think he really was right on the bubble. I mean, I fell in love with the guy when he first came in. He was so refreshing when he first started. And remember the 11-0 smacking against the Cayman Islands, our record? He was even great around that era. But as I said, as it was coming in, it just looked like his shelf life wasn't going to last and he just wasn't going to pip anybody out before him. But one thing I've got to point out, though, is Jonathan David is leading out the team. Get used to that. He should be our captain moving forward. This man is going to be the greatest Canadian scoring machine we're ever going to get. No one's ever going to top him. The only thing that's going to stop Jonathan David becoming the best ever in about, give him another 6 years. I think maybe 7 years. The only thing that can stop this man is injury. And I'm not saying he's going to get injured. I don't want that. I really don't want that to happen. But he is going to be the greatest ever forward we have had. I remember back in the day, Dwayne De Rosario, yeah, great guy, as he was building up those goals and how he had to work so hard to get a goal. These guys don't work as hard as Dwayne De Rosario, not for a minute a day. Dwayne had to work his ass off to get anything out of any game playing for Canada. He really did. So that Dwayne got what he got, that says a lot. That says a lot. And to say that Kyle Larin has pipped Dwayne as well, I say that, look at the number of games they've each played, and then look at the era that Dwayne played, and look at the era that Kyle Larin has played, and how easy it's been for Larin, and not how easy, but how tough it was. Good to see it. But now, game time. I tell you, give you a little bit of anybody in the Edmonton area does not want a hockey update right now. You better let me know, because I'm going to update the Stanley Cup final as we move through. If anybody objects, let me know, and I won't. So I'm not going to mess anybody's visual. I'm not going to mess anybody's entertainment. What a kind guy, hey? I tell you. Super Stevie, check it out. Come on, check it out. Tell me what you think about the shirt, everybody. Is it Super Canada? Cool shirt. I thought I'd put it on especially for today's game because, hey, we live in a super place. And I tell you. Prediction. All righty. Prediction. Right, I tell you. Everybody's saying 3-0 out there or 2-0. We don't need a fast start. We need a consistent start. We need to own the game right from the beginning, get it up to halftime, pinch a goal before halftime. I don't care what minute. Earlier, not necessarily the better. I think 23 to 25 minutes in there, somewhere there, get a goal there, nurse it to halftime. Don't sit on the goal. Keep playing the same game, moving the ball forward. Your best defense is offense. 1-0 at halftime, possibly 2-0, maybe 2-1. Honduras don't score many. Canada can. We got an absolute ace and a half up front right now, because he's not just an ace. He's flying higher than an ace. We're talking Jonathan David, partnering up as well. Tajon Buchanan, he's going to put something up on there as well. So I think that there's the good cause 2-0, outside 2-1, whole game. If it goes further, these guys lit it up. These guys really lit it up, and Honduras really did not come to play and faded away. So with the fans in the crowd, the O Canada sounding away, and the unity that I can see, Maxime Krugper on the bench having a good time there. I say Nelson's a guy that should have started. The tie in the other match is helpful. Absolutely, absolutely. Those two teams that played today, yeah, Curacao, El Salvador, those are the easy games in this group. Nothing's a gimme, but this is the tough game in the match, and there's got to be a lot of respect, a lot of respeto between these two teams. But don't show too much respect. Get in there and be there first to the ball. Own it. That's what we got to do. And use your brains. It's a typical CONCACAF game here. You know what you're going to see from Honduras. They're going to slow it down. They're going to be very methodical. You touch them, they're down. They're going to look for the fouls as it's coming. They're going to read the game beautifully, because that's what they do. Rich is saying, I'm thinking 3-1. Okay, Bo, are we looking at the scoreline? Everybody out there, what is your scoreline? I'm saying 2-0. 2-1 at the outside. Rich is saying 3-1. Give us your scoreline. And do you really see this being the toughest game? Because I just told you I think it is. But do you see this as the toughest game of the three? Then it'll tell you everything you need to know. Looking at Mario Escobar right now at halftime, meeting the players. He's having a little word. Escobar, I'll tell you now, Escobar likes to be in charge of everything. He's like a control freak. I've watched him many times. Just look at him, yeah? He's even giving people the freaking eye before the game started. That's how much of a control freak this guy is. Trout, I'm going 2-0, outside 3-0 Canada. Yep. So, Rich and Trouty, 2-0, 3-1, 2-0, 3-0. I'm saying 2-0. We're all in there. But Escobar, I'm telling you now, you watch this game, you're going to see Escobar own the show. He's going to own the show because he's so important. He's the man. Every match he referees, he becomes the focus. Do you remember back the Ice Palace, Edmondson, Costa Rica? He was the referee back there. Do you remember him physically pushing Canadian players out of the way several times during that game? He didn't do it to the other teams. So the guys need to be stronger than this referee tonight. In here. They've got to be very smart tonight. Don't get stuck into this referee. Whatever he calls, don't even think about it. Just keep moving. One mission, ball in the back of their nets, legal goal. That shuts the referee up. The goals come quick. The game gets squashed. The referee has nothing more to say when the goals hit the back of the net. And believe you me, Escobar's looking to be in the limelight. Switching ends, minutes away, and I'll tell you what, I'm glad to be here. Gold Cup is starting for us. My man JD, Jonathan David, number 10. I'll tell you what, let's have something in the back of the net, JD. Field looks great, by the way. Not always is BC Place as good as this, but it's looking rather lovely. Liking what I see. Crowd is pretty minimal, but maybe people are coming in. Hey, kitty boy. Okay, I've got Cabby. My little kitty Cabby, he's just having some nachos. Yeah, nachos. He likes nachos, so we cut him up some little nachos. Cabby, he's a stray. I picked him up about 2 months ago, and I tell you what, he's the most funny cat in the world, and I'm not covered with cats. Okay, game is alive, and that was a little bit nasty. Ball kicked right into his face. Watch what Escobar does. Watch how he acts around Honduras players. Watch how he acts around Canada players. Watch this. Ahmed goes down, tripped. And then the ball. Watch the ball player. There's no need for him to have played that ball. There was no need for him to play that ball at all. So that's what I'm saying. You got to be smart. You got to be calm. Let it all go by. Keep moving. Here's a free kick now. Left side of the box. Let's put this one on target. Get it on net. And that silences that. Chaunier is the right guy to put this in right now. Gifted feet. Creative player. Yes, I tell you, the Oilers are not doing too good, are they, my friend? And this should cheer people up in the Edmonton area. In fact, Alberta. Free kick in there. Shawnee, in swing it. That's the keepers all day long. In you go. Come on, get in there. Put it away. Jeez, man. I tell you what, it's not going to get much closer than that. Holy moly. That should have been in the back of the net. Nice start. Keep going, boys. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep the ball down there. Hit it hard. Dive. Free kick coming up. Escobar pushing away. One word. Man, we could have been 1-0 up there within a minute and a half. Unlucky. Take another look on the rebound. There's your replay. I'll tell you everything. I'll shut up and let you see. Why he doesn't pass wide. Not this one. When the ball comes bouncing out, he should be passing left here. Right now. Oh, they took it away from you. You should have been passing left of the goal. That would have been a tap-in. Ball over the top now. Looking dangerous. Honduras onside. Should have crossed. Doesn't cross. Well done, defense. Corner. Honduras. 2 minutes in. Not a bad start. Not a great start. We need to get some flow going. That's all we need. There's the old coach or interim coach. Paul Stalteri on the bench there, looking very, very thoughtful. Great guy, Paul Stalteri. Absolute gem of a guy. Knows a lot about football, that's for sure. Corner coming in. On the penalty spot. Great corner. Headed out. Repelled by Canada one more time. Ball going left side. Cross comes in. Great tackle. In you go. Come on, Canada, clear the ball. Looking to clear. Gets caught in possession. Great defending. I tell you what, some super defending there going on personally. Free kick coming up to Canada. Buchanan has learnt the game. He knew the impact was coming and he took the dive because he knew the free kick was coming. That's what I'm talking about this game tonight. You got to be above the mental game. Yeah, put your glasses on, coach. It's going to be a long night. Ball down the line. Over the top. Beautiful ball now. Collected again. Honduras doing pretty good. And I tell you what, referee is calling an offside. I believe Ricky Larrea did pretty good to collect, but he surely did look offside. Yeah, for Edmonton fans, it doesn't look like it's a great night for you guys in the Stanley Cup final. And that would be 2 back-to-back losses in the Stanley Cup final against the same team, which is kind of not rare, but very unusual. And Edmonton will be a sad place tonight. So let's hope Canada bust the net and cheer everybody up in Northern Alberta. Calgary fans are probably loving it. You know how that rivalry goes, yeah? Anywho, taking a look at a cock and hockey kit there. That guy's talking hockey all night long. Ball through now. Great ball. Out comes Mr. Sinclair. Clears the ball. Well done, son. Great clearance. We're in deep in here right now. Nobody's really put their foot on it or got any flow, but Canada's doing better out of the two teams. Just need to settle down and get some rhythm. I don't really necessarily want to see the ball going along the back four. I want to see, or the back three. I want to see the ball go forward most of the time. And now there you go, along the back three. Bring it forward. Hello, Cabby. How you doing? Cabby's shouting away. Maybe he'll jump up. He's a happy-looking kitty. Ahmed on the line. Tackling. Well done. Give and go. Does he get it back? No, he doesn't. That should have been a free kick there, referee. What are you looking at? See, Escobar? One-sided viewpoint there, sir. That was definite free kick. But I guess he's going to let him play. Throw-in coming up to Honduras. 4 minutes 58. 5 minutes in. Bit of a scrappy game so far. But I'm sure it's going to settle down. Look at Honduras taking time with the ball, calming things down as they always do. Yeah, no rush. They haven't got to rush. Canada is the favorite to win this one, not Honduras. Canada's the ones that have to score. Honduras doesn't score and gets a draw. They'll be quite happy with that. Come on, Ricky, hurry up. There's a foul coming. I love Ricky because he gets so pissed off so fast, keeps the opposition out of his face. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Foguereles now over to the left side. Gets it back. Into the middle. Looking to go. Well played. Nice turn. Here we go. Going forward. Ball over the top. And Davies has the speed to it, but the keeper gets it. Keeper should have picked it up, but he kicks it out. Why would the keeper not pick that up? Bit of a strange play by the keeper. Miniver. Shawnee now. Nice little clip over the top. Larea tries to play it down the line. Hopefully banging some sense into his opposition. Shawnee now. Tic-tac-toes goes past 3. Still has the ball going through. Bad pass. Goes through again. A lucky little pass. Winning it back by Canada. Great clearance. I tell you, with a bit of luck there, Canada go through and have a shot on net. Didn't happen. But Honduras, like I say, covering things very well. Shawnee now in the middle again. Quick pass. Doesn't get there. Tries again. I remember when Shawnee first came into professional football, Forge FC in the Canadian Premier League. Did he ever ascend fast? Did he ever ascend fast? He's gone well in the game. But Shawnee playing very nice tic-tac-toes through the middle. We are changing our form or system as we go. No, I haven't lost my voice, guys. I'm waiting for things to happen. Nice tap down by Ricky Larea. The ball and the possession play is quite decent right now. We are showing that we have the ability to get past these guys. I tell you what, Ricky Larea is going to have a heart attack here. I thought he would anyway. Nice play, but we need to be a little bit more assertive, foot on the ball, stronger, and I'm sure something happens. There's the ball. Was he offside? I tell you what. That's pretty close if he was. Let's not blame the linesman. Bit of a low crowd. Has anybody in BC the actual attendance? Let me know. Free kick coming up. Honduras, 25 yards out. Give Escobar a chance to call a free kick. Doesn't matter which team, he's calling it. Absolutely. Dangerous position. Hey, a nice long shot on net could be quite dangerous. It's kind of straight on in net, so don't look for the chip over for the header. Look more for the shot on net. It's absolutely ideal. You can whip the ball up and over the wall here from 25 yards out, so it looks like the perfect time to get a shot on. Maybe a bit further. Maybe close to 28 yards out. But I tell you what, certainly, if you get the right snap on the ball and it moves in the air, you might find yourself clipping it under the bar. Looks like he's taking the shot, and it looks like he's going to go to St. Clair's left-hand side. Okay, he would be going for the chip. Left-hand side for St. Clair. Watch out. Let's see what happens. It is the left-hand side, way over. Dane had it covered. And I'm looking at a few Canadian fans make fun of that shot. Hey, you know what? He tried. He tried. Didn't actually happen, but he tried. Taking another look. Yep, it's about probably finished up somewhere near Mars. Coaches applauding that free kick as well. Okay, ball repelled again by Honduras. Canada need to put the foot on the ball, and we'll see where we go after that. Need to get that flow going. Need to get that flow. And that's what Honduras are very good at. They're going to keep breaking up your flow until you really don't have a chance to get through. Free kick. Nope. Throwing coming up to Canada again. Ahmed, I think Ahmed needs to get on the other side of the field. What do you think, guys? I think he's better on the right side. Personally, I think he is. Waterman now has the ball, takes a look. Nice play. Foguereles picks it up down the far side. Nice play deep. Canada now getting the possession. That's what they need to do, is get some possession play going. Just get the possession going. Get on the ball, own the ball. Eventually, you're going to find a little hole, tickle the ball through, or one over the top. I think he's going to be rich there. No flag so far. Corner ball, Canada. But I think he's calling offside again. Yes, he is. Richie Larea, that's twice Richie Larea has been caught offside. He needs to start smartening up. There's no reason that you can look across the line and get caught offside twice. That's Larea's fault. Nobody else's. And for a professional like him, who I love, he needs a kick up the arse right now from the coach. Get on side. That's 2 moves. It's evident we're planning to come down the left side through Ricky. Keep on side. Watch the line. Untold FL, going to be a red this game. I can feel it. Ooh, yeah, I tell you. I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind. But again, 10 minutes in, coming up to 11 minutes now. We've seen signs that it's a typical style CONCACAF game, which is what we expected. Get ready. I tell you what, very, very brave to play like we did just out of defense. But I tell you what, the ball ends up left side. Ahmed on the wing, cuts inside, goes past 2, goes past 3, tap off. Oh, I tell you what, referee, you missed something there, referee. You really missed something there, referee. Ahmed is rolling around in pain right now. Ball left side. Honduras can't. I tell you what, have another look at this. If we get a replay on that, Escobar has now done this 3 times in the game where Canadian players have been gone through and he hasn't called it. And that's fake. On the other side of the ground, rolling around in pain. No, that's not for real. No. Take a look. Not there. There. Here. Coming at you. There you go. Montes Escobar. And then he goes down, trying to fake out that it's the hamstring or the back of the knee. That didn't even make any contact. So let's see what happens with referee Escobar right now. Does he get tight on the challenges? Does he start bringing out some of these? Because right now, you could see some of these need to come out. Obviously, Montes Escobar is on the floor. And this is all part of the game. So keep your patience, Canadians. Keep your patience. And every time you see this, just take a break with them. Just then you build up the resentment inside as a collective in your team. You gather together. You say, right, every time they go down, start getting angry inside. Start getting angry inside. Let's build this anger up. And eventually, we're on top of them on the game. By the way, Jesse Marsh is not on the side of the field because he got a red card last time out. So that's why Jesse is not out there, yeah? So there is a red card already, but it was prior to this. So Untold FL, you got a red card in the game already, my friend. Ahmed on the side. Joel Waterman coming into the middle again. Things are looking good right now. Nice tic-tac go wide. And tell you what, we're looking to build something up here. Ball on the left side now. Inside we come again. Didn't need to come inside. Should have crossed the ball. Get direct. People are lining up. Come on. Tic-tac-toe going through. Canada trying to go through skillfully. 2-on-1 there. Watch for the free kick coming. Ball kept in. Well done. Well done. The ball's still alive. Canada wins the throw-in. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Referees, linesmen flagging the wrong way. Okay. Looks like a long throw-in coming in. Let's get behind this. Boys are in the middle. Tajon Buchanan now with the long throw. Doesn't normally do this, but let's see what he's got. Well, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Well done, Tajon Buchanan. Great throw. Let's have it Let's have it kicked out again, and we'll go again. Ball down the line. Honduras up to half field. One man battling for the ball. Canada win it back. Well done, showing. Yeah, I tell you what, tough little nut. Absolutely skillful, tough little nut. Used the body, won the ball back, did brilliantly. Ball goes wide now. Tajon Buchanan now looking to take one-on-one. Goes outside, skips past him. Free kick. That's when you bring this out. That's when you bring it out. Bring it out. You're kidding me. You're kidding me, Escobar. What did I tell you? You see there is contact. Watch this. Ball round, and he blocks him. It's a free kick. It's a deliberate free kick. What is Escobar doing? That's what Escobar does all the time. Every time I've seen him referee Canada, this is what he brings. He's like Benito Acundia from Mexico years ago. Every time we played, he ruined our night. But that's why you've got to get the ball in the back of the net as soon as you can. Get on the ball, own the ball, and be in there just like that. Well done. The physical nature, what we're bringing, and the tackling is spot on. It's brilliant. Now just finish it off with a ball in the back of the net. Great win. And I tell you, all the way back to the keeper. Monivar picks it up, goes wide. Well done. Plays it first time. Escobar down the line. Nice tackle. Ahmed keeps it tight. Tough game. 15 minutes just gone. Nothing gained, nothing lost, but we're getting into the game slowly. I can tell you what, the feel I've got is that the score prediction I've given is still going to happen. We are getting into the game. There's good signs. There's good things happening. Tea break. And I'm sipping away, Rich. I'm sipping away. I'm not guzzling. Try not to use the Whitecaps catheter. Great line, mate. Great line. Unbelievable funny. Honduras now playing a little bit of possession ball, and it goes outside. I tell you, there's something about the left side. They keep kicking the ball out on the left side, and I tell you what, I don't know what is going on with their passing boots, but Canada now on the ball, moving forward. Waterman coming through. Ahmed on the ball, deep on the line, goes down the line, beats his man for speed, passes down the ball, beautiful, going in deep now, Canada, and it's just too far. Nice idea, more of that, and eventually you break through. You got to stretch this defense, and that's the kind of move that's going to stretch the defense, open up the space, someone gets in. So as we're going through this, have you all thought about your Final Four? Who's going to be in the Final Four? Who could be in your Final Four? Just think of that as we get to halftime. Ball long now. Honduras going over halfway, goes out for a throw. Honduras throw in. They're going to take their time as they do. Every time they collect it, one picks it up and they throw it back to the other guy. Just waste a couple of seconds, gets us closer to that draw. Remember, Honduras looking to get a point out of this. They'd love to win, but they're going to play it smart. Ball out again. Honduras in their own half throw-in. Trouty McTrout says Mexico looked shaky against Dominican Republic. They did. They really did. You could also say the same about Jamaica and Guatemala, because Guatemala, from what I watched, they did enough. They did the thing they do. They scored a goal. They defend for the rest of the match. They did it well, and it wasn't a surprise. And Jamaica, I got to say, it wasn't until the last 10 minutes they really sort of like chucked it into top gear and really went for it, and they did nearly equalize. But big players like Bailey and Anthony Valencia, the guys just weren't there. They just didn't really seem to have that pep and that speed and that maybe desire. Let's face it, they're all getting older as well. So Jamaica, not the team they were. Lost the game already. Guatemala looking for more, but it's just like Honduras against Canada. A loss for Canada tonight. It looks like the same thing that happened to Jamaica, and it was only 1-0, remember? So that's the danger. And Honduras will be looking to keep their game plan working, because their game plan's working perfect so far. Honduras' game plan is working excellently. They're keeping us away from the goal. Can you remember anything since the first minute really on net? No. They're keeping us away from goal. They're very compact in defense, and they're doing a damn good job. But it only takes one great pass and one individual bit of skill or creativity to change that picture. And that's what we need. And again, the crowd, I'm looking at the crowd, not the greatest crowd. Anybody out there? Let me know what the crowd is. Behind the goal, yes, it's packed with Maple Leaf Voyagers, Canadian fans. Everybody's in there. Ball one, brilliant play by Chaunier again. Chaunier is a smart little player. He's putting himself in the right positions to win the balls in the tussles, the one-on-ones, and literally he's winning the one-on-ones against bigger guys. And for a smaller, diminutive player, he's got great feet, but he's got a smart brain. I like Chaunier, always have. He plays a good game pretty much every time he goes out. But yeah, he's winning those balls in the tight spaces. Now we've got to use the ball. I would say time to get the ball on the wings. And just going to say it, let's not mess around any longer. The balls through the middle are fine, but get on the wing. Now, sap it. Beautiful ball play. Ahmed now, can he cross the ball? Goes one-on-one just outside the box. Backs it up, as he does. Chaunier now on the ball. Crosses in. That's a beautiful ball far side. And headed out. Going for a throw-in. Great play. Chaunier, I keep singing his praises, but I do like what I see. Again, we just need to be firm on the ball. Jonathan David needs putting on the pitcher. Honduras clear long, go long, and two guys on the back. Figueroa gets the ball, passes off, beautiful play, nice play. Straight away, JD gets the ball, cuts past one, cuts past another, lays it up front. I tell you, deep challenge, great challenge on the edge of the box. Nothing wrong with that. Canada looking to pass it around, maybe get something through. Choinière again in the middle of the action, and just doesn't get there. Great header forwards by Waterman now. Ahmed one-on-one challenges the ball, just doesn't get there. I tell you what, things are getting closer. Ball is definitely getting more possession time in Honduras' half, and a very soft free kick blown against Flores in a make-up situation style by Escobar. 13 Gold Cups ago, Canada were Gold Cup champions. It's 2025. The year 2000 is a long way ago. That's how long it's been. 25 years, 30's offside. 25 years or 13 Gold Cups ago was the last time that we won a massive trophy. You can also register 1985. Absolutely. But yeah, 2000. 25 years ago. 13 Gold Cups ago. Is that the lucky number for Canada this time? Can Canada get into the final? Who's going to be in that final? It's an interesting question. And I want to question people out there as well. Have you guys had any breaks in feed with the game, with the match, with the viewing? Have you had any lag or buffering situations? Just asking. Current champions of Mexico, though, remember? And they beat Panama the last time around. In 2023, that was 1-0. Back to the game. Honduras looking to go down that left side. And again, they just can't seem to keep the ball in play on the left wing. I don't know what it is. It's very uncanny. But I've seen the throw-in for so many times, but nothing happening down the left wing. Let's hope that stays that way. Honduras coming to the right side. Central field, looking to make things happen. And it does go to the right wing. They keep possession. Canada now chasing, pressing for the ball. And eventually something's going to break. Goes wide side. Honduras on the edge of the box, looking very dangerous. Goes inside. Watch out, careful. Nearly gets through. Canada dealing very well with it. Going down the line. Expert defense inside. Ball going long. And that's going long. Uliuse's get to the ball. What's he going to do next? Keeps the ball well done. Well played, Uliuse. Ahmed ball back to Uliuse on the wing. Does the cross come in? No, it doesn't. He tries to. Doesn't come off. And a free kick. Offside coming up against Canada. Another offside. That's the one thing we've been doing badly tonight, is getting caught offside. However, give credit to Honduras and the defensive line. And I say line because that line is working beautifully for them. We just got to watch the offsides a little closer. "25 minutes coming up, still 0-0. Not a bad situation. Second half still going to come. Tired legs are going to be had, and mistakes are going to be made. Ball into the middle, well handled. Dane St. Clair. That ball should have been crossed further away from St. Clair, but even further away from St. Clair, but even so, well handled by Dane. He doesn't seem to get much to do, and when he does it, you've got to be ready. He was ready. Figueroa on the edge of his box, moving forward, comes back to Waterman. Waterman now moves forward, looking for the long ball into midfield. Ahmed backs up. Nice gifted player, takes it past one, takes it past two, goes wide. Beautiful play. Ahmed now racing to get to the left wing, gets the ball back. He's going to be going hard for energy now, and that's going to be a goal kick. No, well cleared out. Ricky Larrea, I tell you, referee, keep watching. Advantage played. Nice play, comes wide, lovely play. In you go. Oh, unlucky, Larrea. Your feet were twisted. You couldn't get the ball under control. Unlucky. Ahmed on the wing now. Ball inside, not the ball to play. Choinière again, cleaning up the mess. Choinière is man of the match right now so far for Team Canada. If he carries on and gets something creative, He definitely will be. But right now, Choinière in the right place at the right time pretty much all night long. Great performance by Choinière. Smart brain. Absolutely smart brain. Well done. Well done. Well done. Waterman giving the give and go. Gets it back. Choinière gets it from Waterman. And here we go. Ricky Larrea passes off. Ball goes to the left side. He's onside. Tijon Buchanan is definitely onside. Ball into the middle. Not a bad pass. Just didn't come off. I tell you what, physical challenge there. Canada come up with the ball, keeping the ball. 1-2, goes through. In net. Yes, my man. Get that in the back of the net. Beautiful give and go all the way through. In you go. Super, super finish. I tell you what, Seeger deserves a real pat on her back for that one. Beautiful give and go. Boom in the back of the net. Menivar couldn't stop it. There's the first one. Now we're on the board. And I tell you what, things are going to start happening now. Now the game is broken. Now the game is open. Now things are going to go. Now things are going to start moving. Yes. 1-0. Just what we needed. Because I tell you what, the longer it goes, the worse it's going to be. What did I say before this game got underway? Rich, you're my witness. I said 23 to 25 minutes is when you need to score. What's the score on the clock? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Beautiful goal. Give and go. Use the ball. Keep running. Keeper's come out. He's committed down low. Beautiful 1-0. Super finish. Absolutely. Smile, smile, smiley, smiley, smiley town. Tell you. Yes, Rich, absolutely. We discussed it. 23 to 25 minutes. Well, bada boom, bada bing. It happened. And we can sing loud now. And look, when you're looking in the crowd, how many people do you recognize? No, not the players. How many people in the crowd do you recognize, guys? Do you recognize anybody in the crowd? But yes, I'm happy now. 27 minutes on the clock. It was obviously before that. We are 1-0 up. Boom. Let's have it. Absolutely, Rich. Hey, everybody. Rich says, let's not sit back. Absolutely. Let's not sit back. We got to keep the pressure on. Keep the hammer down. You've got another 60 minutes to go. Get tired. Make them run away. And also, goal difference. Get the goal difference up. It's good for confidence. And now that we got that first goal, you're going to see Honduras spread out a little bit and maybe try to venture forward. I'll tell you what, that plays into the game of fast-flowing football and releasing. Now you want to play the ball long. There was issues there to play the ball. Free kick coming up. I'll tell you what, referee, do your damn job. Get the cards out. Get your cards out, Escobar. You're a bit of a disgrace at times. Can't stand this guy at times. I'll tell you what, he lets things get out of hand. He really does. Do your damn job, Escobar. Look at that, running right through the back of guys. It's good that he can keep possession there, because I'll tell you what, one little mistake and he's through there, and there's a goal on. Go on, Richie. Go on, Richie. Go on, Richie. Go on, Richie. Keep going, son. Attaboy. Keep battling. Keep battling. That's the way you win the ball. That's the way you win a match. Keep battling. Canada is really battling for it. And I'll tell you what, every decision that's made, they don't care. They got the first goal of the game. Now you've seen Honduras wake up. Nice crisp passing. Absolutely Trouty McTrout. Beautiful point. Crisp passing. Now Canada's woke up. We got that goal. You're going to see Canada build and grow in the game. Now we got a possibility of a real classic game from now on in, because both teams are going. And Honduras need a goal. And I tell you what, it could not be better. Could not be better. But Mr. Seeger, brilliant finish. Brilliant finish. Yeah. Untold FL, Choinière, wow. Yeah. Tell you, man. Tell you. Very much a big fan of this guy. I wasn't originally. It grew on me. But what you see him do, boom. Yeah. Great stuff. Great stuff. 30 minutes coming in. Corner comes in. Dangerous. Headed out. Well repelled by Canada again. The tussle for the ball. And it goes all the way back to the keeper. Great defending again, but also in repelling the ball from the corner. I tell you what, head tennis is what Canada's good at in defending. Ball goes long now into Canada's half, over the top. And a nice shoulder challenge. Stops you forward. Makes it easy for Dane St. Clair to pick up the ball. Canada now fully awake. Fully awake. Ball goes through. Nice play down the left side. Right side now. One-on-one. Oh, the overlap is coming, but a little too far to say. But the battling that Canada's doing tonight is phenomenal. They lose the ball. They fight. They get it back. Absolutely brilliant. It's what you need. It's like we are hunting in packs. Canada is hunting in packs. You teach guys to do this, but when you see it come off like this, amazing, amazing, amazing. Escobar can do what he wants now. We got the goal. That's the main thing. Now we can add to it. Beautiful play, beautiful play. Once again, that ball was an absolute classic finish. He guides it past Menivai in goal, side foots it past, but low and hard. Beautiful finish. Watch it. Watch careful on your replays. Bang! In it goes. Nice and soft into the corner. Watch the crowd. They're all getting up in anticipation, and then boom, they let it go. 1-0. Yes, 31 minutes coming up. Canada very much in control of the game, but let's not forget, Honduras only need one chance. Very intelligent footballing team. Ball's going to go out of play unless it slows up, and it does slow up. Nicely played back to Dane St. Clair, who goes along with the ball. Tidy defense once again. Ricky Larrea battling for the ball on the sideline. He's making life hard, and that's brilliant play by, Ahmed making life hard. And that's great play for Canada. You can see the lift that they've had, the relief they've got, and the confidence that they've got just out of that one goal. We're playing as a different team right now. People are running more so. There's a more willingness to work hard. Look at the running. Loads of guys running their asses off right now. It's going to go down the right side. Terrible play. Let it run out, guys. Let it run out. Richie Larrea on the ball. Back to Joel. Joel takes a little bit of a time on the ball. Nice play. Journier suckers him in. Journier suckers him in. Joel pushes it wide. Goes down the line. Go down the line, son. Absolutely. Oluwaseyi rushes in. Makes life difficult for the Honduras defense. Flores needs to get the ball away. As he does. Escobar, I should say, needs to get the ball away. Menivar with the ball. 32 minutes in on the edge of his box. Things are looking good for Canada. Escobar now. Terrible pass. And you got to say, nice simple pass inside, but wasn't collected. Does the keeper come? No, he doesn't. Well played. Don't mess up. Just don't mess up. He strips his forward of the ball, does a donut round him, makes him look average. That's world-class defending. That's world-class defending. You got the pace, you got the skill, and you got the brain to let the ball go past the forward, run round him like this, fake him out, and go back the other way. That is world-class defending. No doubt. No wonder why he's on the team. Brilliant performance. Brilliant performance. Throwing coming up to Canada. Ricky Larrea on the sideline. Taking his time now. He's in control of the game. Ye, who hold the ball, is in control of ye game. Richie Larrea takes 15 seconds away from the game. Beautiful play. Down the line. Canada now looking very much a different beast. Tajon Buchanan racing to the far side, uses the body, keeps the ball. You wouldn't have seen that 2 years ago. The man has become a man. Passes off. Beautiful intelligence play. Cut it inside. 2-0. Oh, it should have been 2-0. That should have been 2-0. Very close. Nice play once again. Now we're making chances. Things are starting to happen. And I tell you what, one more goal quickly will really kill off this game. The danger is we cough one up. But that nice little finish went to the wrong guy. It should have come in front of net. It should have gone to Oluwaseyi, in my opinion. Jonathan David only just missed, but it should have been passed in front of the game, in front of the net to Oluwaseyi. A simple tapping in front of net. That was the play. Anywho, carry on. Ball was repelled by Canada into Honduras territory. Things are looking much better. Jesse March, not side of the field tonight. If you don't know why, he's got a red card from the last game for bad behavior. Right now, though, Canada 1-0 up, 35 minutes coming up. Things are looking much better than they did. And remember, Canada could have been up 1-0 after just a minute with a bit of fortune in front of net. But things are looking good. It seems so far Jesse's got it right in the first half. Ball coming right side now. Richie Larrea flattened, but no foul. And he's not even bickering. He's okay. Richie's fine. He's not mad yet. It's going to take more than that to piss him off. Dane St. Clair in his own box with the ball. Very, very steady tonight. Goes long. That goes really long. That's going all the way down the left side. Richie Laray is going to let it go out for a throw-in, picks it up, takes the throw-in, keeps the ball alive, moving fast. Showing you now, left side of the field, just in front of the box to Richie Laray. Richie Laray cuts inside. Has the ball still. Passes it off. Doesn't get it back, but that's got to be a foul. And get your card out, ref. How many more times? How many more times? How many more times? Get your card out. It should be Montes on the card right now. This guy, you don't start crocking and kicking all over the park. And Escobar is giving Canada no protection whatsoever. Get the card out. Get the card out. You get the card out, you start giving people protection. Brutal refereeing so far. Quickly into the chat. Untold FL. People might not think about this, but big decision to play DCL instead of Crepeau. Very good decision. Jesse knew we would have majority of the ball and distribution has been class. Absolutely. You need a keeper that's going to be okay when you have no play, i.e. when he doesn't have it. Great point, Untold FL. Trouty McTrout. I'll be honest, I had no expectations of Saliba and Seager, but they've been impressive. They have. They really have. They really have, I tell you. Revelation. Free kick now. Chaunier in swinger. Beautiful ball. Put it. Oh, I tell you what. Close on to being 2-0. It should have been 2-0. And Tajon feeling that. But boy, oh boy, so close to 2-0. It's only 37 minutes in. Watch this. In swinger from Chaunier. Tajon. I think Tajon clips his head off the post when he rolls through. Take a quick look. Maybe this angle shows you better. Yep, he does. He clips his head off the post. Using his noggin. Honduras now playing out of the back. Get caught in possession. Goes out for a throw. And I'll tell you what. Again, the press. Canada's press tonight has been phenomenal. Really phenomenal. All up and down the field. But yeah, Trouty McTrout. I've got to say, Saliba, Seager, they just show the amount of talent that we've got coming, and there's more coming as well. Free kick coming. No. Yes, he's got his whistle in his mouth and he doesn't blow it. I mean, look at that. If that's not over the top on Ahmed, I don't know what is, because it looks like the physical play here is just trying to hurt people. This referee is to blame. The way Ahmed just got thrown off the field is so unprofessional. It's a joke. Brandon Games 200. Welping Bakaha Fox cut the game off 5 minutes in their own YouTube stream, and then my VPN ran out when I eventually got the stream back up. Sad times, bruv. Sad times. Hey, let's all feel it for Brandon _Games 200. He's battled to get back here, mate. I tell you. Big up, my son. Big up. Yes. If you're catching up, it's 1-0. Nothing's changed. It's getting chippy, and we got a referee that's blind. Absolutely blind. And I told you this was the referee we were getting before the game. So no surprise. But we got the goal. And that is all that matters. Doesn't matter what he calls now. We're 1 up. We've got to get 2, add to it, and take the referee out of the equation because he likes to be the superstar. Ball down the line now. 1-on-1. Tajon battling like a Superman. I tell you, Superman. He's battling like a Superman. Gets hacked down to the floor. Doesn't get called. No free kick coming up. Escobar letting it go. Losing control of the game. Canada 1-0 up. Throw in, coming into Canada. Forgadelis on the outside to Waterman in his own half, just in the centre spot if you're not able to see. A little pass to Chaunier. Don't be silly, guys. Let's keep it smooth. On the wide side now. Ahmed goes past his man. Pushes the ball down. Okay, lovely play. Jonathan David, left wing, looking to be the assist man. Great cross coming in. Keeper doesn't get it. And I tell you what, that's a penalty. 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 What else are you looking at? That's got to be a penalty. And I think Escobar's calling a free kick against Canada. Watch again in your own time. See what you think. Great ball in by Jonathan David. And that's the goalkeeper that makes the foul. Have another look. The goalkeeper makes the foul. Keeper commits the foul, is what I'm saying. And as I say, we don't get. And believe you me, there's more to come. But that is definitely, in my opinion, a spot kick. I don't know what you guys saw, but this referee, like I told you, he's calling it one way. He's absolutely calling it one way. The keeper knows. The keeper knows. I mean, how clear does it need to be? I mean, you just punch someone in the head. Knockout time. Knockout time. Again, that field looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it, eh? But tell you what, friends, should have been a penalty. And I'm sticking to that. There's been too much physical play against Canadian players, off the ball, on the ball. Recently, Escobar's not getting to grips with it, and it looks like it's almost the same as what he always brings. So let's get another goal and keep Canada in a positive position, because you can see these games getting out of control, and then you can also see Honduras getting a goal back, yeah? They do this physical thing all the time. The main thing is to keep it together and keep going. If they want that physical play, we can certainly add a few players. And yes, Alphonso Davies and Samuel Adekugbe are in the stadium tonight, neither playing, both injured. Pretty sad for Sammy Adekugbe, but good to see Canada play without Alphonso Davies to show how good we are without, because we're not that bad without him, are we? And does he make us a better team, or is it better with him in? It's a different phrase of what I'm asking you. Are we a better team with Alphonso Davies, or are we a better team with him in it? I have my own thoughts. I like every man to play his role. Ball through now. Canada moving forward. Another free kick coming up against Canada. No. Play on, says the referee. Richie Lorraine now tracking. Everybody's tracking the ball. The press has got to happen now. Canada bringing the press again, leaving Honduras no time on the ball. Great tackle, great tackle. Canada win the ball back again. Ahmed strips his player, goes past him. Lovely little ball. Ali Wasai in the middle. Jonathan David gets a touch, but doesn't get it on net. Almost just too late to the ball. And that's unusual for Jonathan David. He's normally there on time. 43 minutes gone, 2 minutes coming up. And I'll also tell you how much time we've got added time. Nice thought by Ali Wasai to bring the ball through. Jonathan David just can't get there. Has an attempt, but it's just on the edge of the toe. We've had opportunities, guys. We've had opportunities. I'm going to go through the stats at halftime, but we've had opportunities. We just need one to go in, and then it's 2-0, and then you'll see the game literally go upside down. Ball through now. Honduras chasing. St. Clair out. Goes long. Well played. Canada tussling for the ball. Lose possession. Honduras get it back. Left side now. Honduras trying to go. Going down the left wing. Creating space now. Canada, Conta. Ball through. Can you get the cross in? Great challenge. Great tackle. And it goes out for a throw-in. Signs are looking good for the second half, let me tell you. 1-0 right now, but the signs are looking pretty good for the second half. I'll tell you what. Maybe an addition or two. Maybe someone comes in. Maybe someone goes out. Tajon Buchanan again with the long throw-in coming up from the right side, level with the penalty area. I'd put it on the penalty spot, not near the goalkeeper. Corner coming up to Canada. I'd put that long throw-in on the penalty spot away from the goalie. Let the goalie come out. Let him get in no man's land. Let him become stranded. And someone then flies the ball in behind him or under him. But Tajon Buchanan playing very well tonight. I like the throws. I like the plays. And there's obviously going to be some magic in the second half. A little bit of pushing and pulling in the box. Showing you now with the corner. Red-faced. He's been running all night now. Ball comes in. Outswinger. That's what you need. And again, going for a goal kick. Unlucky. No one can do anything about it. And showing you remonstrating with the linesman, saying that's definitely a corner, not a goal kick. Been a few of those decisions. You get used to it. You get used to it. "45 minutes plus 3 added on. We're 1 minute into added time. Let's keep it 1-0 up to go to half-time. Going in at half-time 1-0 up is a big plus. We don't want to have any mistakes right now. I'd be quite happy if the game ended now. Head tennis going on just at halfway. Both teams trying to get the ball. Only one comes up with it. It breaks down. Canada win possession. Tap off. Ball over the top. Ali Wasay comes inside. Not the ball to play. Canada come up with it, though. Jonathan David cuts inside. And he's hacked down. And there's no foul. I tell you. You have to wonder sometimes, but you keep going. Come on, Canada. Down the left side now. Ricky Larea looking to pass through. He passes through. Ali Wasay gets the ball on net. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Pick that out of the back of the net. Yeah, baby. Pick that out of the back of the net. Holy shamoly. Great assist from Richie Larea, but Ali Wasay rips the net off from such an acute angle, you wouldn't even think it was possible. Rosales and the crew, that's on you. 2-0 down at halftime. I've got my score already. Yes, what a great finish. I tell you what, 2-0. Take a look in the replay on this one. Richie Larea, really inspirational. Lovely tap, perfect play. And Ali Wasay on his ass, slides it in the net. What a great finish. I tell you, his street creds just went up. Sliding on the move, on the turn, all in one move. I tell you what, clinical. Beautiful finish. I tell you what, he deserves that. He so deserves that. There's been quite a few games where he hasn't had it right. And I tell you what, did you see the pissed off look on the referee's face? Did you see Escobar pissed off? That'll tell you something. That'll tell you a lot. That guy looks so pissed off that we just scored the second goal. You can't believe it. I hope they show that on the replay. People need to be real about this guy. He looks so pissed off that we're 2-0 up. Well, I'll tell you what, in your face, Escobar. You haven't run the game. You've helped nobody. And Canada have worked their ass off to get this 2-0 up. I tell you what, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I tell you what, could not be happier because this one could have slid away quite easy. This could have been one of those Honduras games back from tour. We're 2-0 up at halftime. I tell you what, this is going better than I thought. I said 1-0 at halftime, not 2, but I'll take it. Now we need to keep it smart. Keep the same players out there. Don't change a thing. They've earned the 2-0. Keep them there. The synchronicity in the game, they know where they are against the opposition. Don't change a thing is what I'm saying until they change something. When they change something, we equivalent. If they bring in a left back, we'll change someone on a forward side of things to make it all bounce better. Yeah, absolutely. 2-0 up. Do you rest Jonathan David now? Do you take him out? Do you rest Tejon Buchanan? Choinière has been a revelation. He might not have the goals right now, but Choinière has been a revelation tonight. Ricky Larea played fantastic as well. Fulgureles. I mean, I can go all through the team. Waterman, they're all pulling it. Dane St. Clair hasn't had much to do. But what he's doing, absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. So when you're getting at half-time and you're having your tea or you're having your beers or you're having your rum and your coke or whatever you're doing, I tell you, this is a great result so far. Because with everything that's been dancing around us in this match, we've overcome everything. And the physical nature just before we got the second goal, that will take the wind right out of Honduras' sail. That second goal is so important. Remember I said minutes before it happened, I'm glad if we get to halftime 1-0 up. That's fantastic. That's all we need. But 2-0 up, yes, please. And I tell you what, people, you must be getting really tired down east. So I hope them guys on TV are keeping you awake. I hope they are piss and vinegar just like me. Because I tell you, 2-0 up, yes, please. Loving it. Need some more. And I don't want to get scored on. Tea time, please. 1 minute. 2-0 up. at half-time. Let's have more of that. So, Untold FL making a point here. Schaff will eat them. This physicality and space in behind. Use Tejon as a playmaker. Yes. 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 You could change the whole system right now. Put Tejon as a playmaker. He's got the feet, he's got the brain, he's got the speed. He can tic-tac past one, go for the give and go. He can make things happen. He's not a one-sided player. He's got 2 feet. He can play left and he can play right. So, yes, it's a great point. Big up to Rude Canadian. Popping into the live stream. What the hell was that second goal? Never want to see Larin on the starting lineup. I'm with you, bruv. I'm with you. And I tell you what, you're getting a round of applause. You're getting a round of applause by the whole nation right now, Rude Canadian, for saying that. I'm going to say it one more time. Rude Canadian popping in to the live stream. What the hell was that second goal? Never want to see Larin on a starting lineup. ATP. I'm with you. I am so with you. I've got nothing against Kyle. Kyle's been great for Canada over the years. But just like Anthony Kay, people are coming up and they're pushing you out of your slot, and we're becoming a better nation, a top nation, 30th in the world. We're going to be higher than 30 when the World Cup gets here. Mark my words, in a year's time, we are higher than 30 in the world. Watch it happen. Watch it happen. It's going to happen. But yeah, I've got to say, playmaker, let's have it. Let's have it. But second goal. What was that? Thing of beauty. When was the last? I tell you what, the last goal for Canada that was that good was Jonathan David with a flick head a couple of games back, against Ukraine. That was exquisite. That was like genius. Yeah. This one right now, Uliwasei on the turn, nearly on his arse, all in one move. All in one move as he's going down with the defender leaning on him. Yeah. Bang. Great finish. And I tell you, for confidence, for Uliwasei, for his confidence, that is dynamite, because he's had a few chances in the last few games when he's played for Canada, hasn't come off, hasn't scored the goal, hasn't happened. But boy, oh boy, what a bloody finish. I mean, really, where are you going to see better? Where are you going to see better than that? Okay, possession, 64% Canada, 36% Honduras, 10-1 shots, 3 on target for Canada, none for Honduras. Corners, 2-1 for Honduras, and fouls, 8-5 in favor of Honduras. Going for more stats, I'll tell you what, though, that second goal, dynamite. Now, moving forward, what do you do? What do you change? Do you change anything? I say no. If you are, maybe JD, maybe Tejon, but that playmaker interests me. Put Tejon as a playmaker. Bring someone else up front. Take JD off if you wish to save him now for the next game, because you can see this is going to get physical. Honduras are going to come out in the second half and literally use the physical game to try and open up the game for them. They're going to get physical. They're going to start putting a presence into the game. So watch for that to happen. But again, looking at what we're coming through now, 2-0 up, I wouldn't change anything. Why would you? Really? Yeah? Back into the pop, into the chat, sorry. I'm using Rude Canadians popping into the live stream. I'll pop into the live stream right now. Trouty McTrout, 29th in the live rankings and higher after tonight if things go well. Correct. And through this tournament, you might see it get a little bit higher. It's going to get dizzy. I remember, I think it was back in 1997, quickly off the top of my brain, that we were ranked 44. And we were nobody. It's like, how did we do this? We had a great bunch of players, yeah? The Thomas Rosinskis back in the day, Paul Stall-Terry's, just to name a couple, and a few other guys too, yeah? Craig Forrest was in there too. But we had real good quality players that didn't need a coach, but we never went anywhere because we didn't have enough of those guys, yeah? We always had a couple. But, like I say, second half, Honduras is going to come and potentially use the body. But at 2-0, I tell you, I thought it was 1 at halftime, but at 2-0 at halftime, that second goal really has given the nation a lift. And to Edmonton fans, although you've had a bad night with the hockey, Canada's 2-0 up against Honduras. And I tell you what, you don't see that many times. And if you go back 30, 40, 20 years, we've had such bad times against Honduras, haven't we? Yeah. Isn't it nice to have good times now? Yeah. And the good thing, he actually scored that goal against Honduras in the Commonwealth game at Edmonton's Commonwealth Stadium that I was talking about earlier in the show. Yeah, Jason DeVos, brains, huge fella, but know-how and brains and where to be, and always played very well in the UK as well. Wigan man, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Trouch McTrouch, but this team is something else. It really is. It really is. I think you're seeing a lot of resilience in Canada now, the resilience that we didn't have back then. We had those handful of great players, but not enough to be a great team. The resilience that we're showing right now is something that's been building for the last 5 years max. Max. It didn't start with John Herdman. It started before then, because this group of players started to come up before Herdman. But I tell you, the last 5 years, we have grown as a nation in football in the psyche of the game, the management of the game, and how we destroy teams, thinking how to destroy them, not just with the physical game, but thinking how to get past defenders, thinking their moves. And tonight, you've seen evidence of years of building, not just by the coaches, but the players growing up from boys a couple of years back to men, what we've got now, going into a World Cup next year. No, I'm not saying we're going to win the World Cup. Wouldn't that be beautiful? But going into that World Cup, which is 39 days start to finish, it's a long World Cup. Coming quicker than any other World Cup, because it's only 3.5 years ago when it gets here, since the last World Cup. But this nation, if you know me, we've watched this nation grow as a soccer football nation exponentially in the last 5 years. This nation has reached the grade. The players coming through right across the board, east to west in the country, it's going to stay at this. Jonathan David, definitely going to side club here in a couple of minutes, I'd say. Because if you're watching what he does in for world football and he doesn't have a club, you're asking yourself, why not? At the end of the summer, I'm pretty sure he's got a club. And I would be very surprised if he is not getting tapped during the Gold Cup. Big competitions make big clubs take notice. And they know his record, and they're watching him right now. So I'm sure he's going to get tapped up. If not, he certainly gets a contract after this Gold Cup. There's no other reason for anyone not to step in. You'll then have the rest of the preseason as a national team, and you'll have the rest of the preseason as a club team, whichever club he goes to. Does he go to Arsenal? Does he go to Liverpool? Does he go to Manchester United? No. Does he go to maybe Man City? What about Bayern Munich? I know they've got Harry Kane. But Jonathan David would add to that defense because, let's face it, Bayern, who just destroyed Auckland City 10-0, yeah, they play football. They play soccer. They know what they're doing. They really do. I tell you, I'm absolutely beside myself. 2-0 up. That's my score for the game. 2-0 up is what it is right now. Hey, it could end up 3-1 and Richwood will be on the money. And I'm sure Trouchy McTrouch said 2-0 going to 3. So there's a couple of scores on the doors, what we've got right now. And I tell you, tea time. Oh, I love a cup of tea. And it's in a big mug. It's in a big mug. But I love a cup of tea. A couple of questions for you. I picked these questions for you. Your last 4 picks. Who are your last 4 picks? And I tell you what, I got my 4, but I can't tell you. I'll have to tell you in the next show or at the end of this in the post-match, because I'm going to do a post-match after this. But literally, who are your picks for the final 4 here in the Gold Cup? That's all I'm asking. That's one of the questions. And I showed these to people earlier on and I don't know if you guys got to see them, but I'm going to show you again really quickly. When I first started out with Canada, that's Honduras in 2004. That's how far back I go. That was my first game for Canada in the media. And I'm standing on the sideline with all the cameras and all the radio and all the world's TV and media. And that was my first game. And that was the game we got ripped off against Honduras by Benito Acundia, Mexican referee that awarded Honduras a penalty that never was. And Jason DeVos scored the goal for Canada prior to that. We were winning 1-0 and we got ripped off. How unusual is that? How unusual? Yeah. How unusual is that? They went from 2004 to 2005. There's my 2005 badge. They gave me all access areas, which is nice of them, isn't it? Canadian Soccer Association, lovely people. And then after a few years, they changed the color. That's now 2006. I'm not going to take it all the way to 2025. Don't worry. That's 2006, where it all started. and they changed the color for security so that people couldn't just take a copy and walk in the stadium, because a few people did. They got found out. I didn't. I always had the legal stuff, but yeah, it all found out itself. Now, guys, quickly going to take a 60-second break. I will be right back, but I'm going to have to burst the bubble. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Sick of Stevie's, coming right back. Back in your seats. Here we go, guys. Right back at you. Getting ready for the second half. Ooh, I tell you. There we go. Okay. Looks like things are getting ready. Guys are coming back on the field. And very, very shortly, Honduras are going to try and work their way back into this game. I tell you what, second half, looking for a bit of the physical stuff. Looking for Canada to keep their brains. Rotation. I think Canada needs to play a few people into the second half, round about the 60-minute mark, bring in a couple of subs, round about the 75, a couple more, and start bringing some legs back into the squad. We don't need anybody to expend everything on night one, yeah? This is the first game. But, hey, the unity in this squad, it's like any other team. But our teams seem exceptional to us, don't they, hey? But our unity in the squad, I think we see a great balance of personalities and chemistry within the squad. And I think that's what you got to realize with Jesse Marsch. He's crafted this squad. Yes, a lot of players are there by merit and would be there no matter what. But it's the players that he's brought in. It's the players he's tried. And listen, a few times in the games, in the recent times, we've criticized Jesse for playing certain players. How else are you going to find out where they are, where the level is? So I'm saying so far, so good. A lot of people are fans of Jesse Marsch. A few people not. But can't argue with the record, yeah? 7, 6, and 4 so far all time. He's doing pretty good. Ball down the line now. Left-hand side. Canada take it in stride. Beautiful play. Figueres brings it down with one touch, just like he's a South American. Got the skill, got the brains, got the know-how. And that's what we got on this team. Interchange pass, that's not going to do it. But we got the know-how on this team. The confidence to try stuff. And now we can use the physical ball, the physical edge to our advantage. Tajon Buchanan, like I say, when he first started with Canada, brittle. Now he's strong. And he's also had that terrible break, that leg break, yeah, in the past. The confidence that he's gained playing in Europe has really made him into a much better player. Flores remonstrating with Escobar, saying never a foul. Escobar's talking. Flores just going through the roof, going out of his mind against Escobar. Lucky he gets away with the talking, but Escobar just told him to shut the hell up. Ball now going out. No, kept in. Well done. Canada keeping the ball alive. Chaunier, tic-tac-toe. Canada keeping possession. Nice play. Chaunier now looking to go the other way. Well played. Nice poise. Nice poise on the ball, Chaunier. It's all about the brain. It's all about the timing. It's all about taking your confidence to a different level. Chaunier puts himself into positions where it's uncomfortable, and he always comes out looking good. Canada are moving closer to the edge of the box, trying to make something happen. Very much in control of the game. Now's the time to grab another goal if you can. But 2-0 up, 47 minutes gone. Things are looking good. Jesse Marsh has got it. Ball into the top now, going to the far side. Just doesn't get there. Honduras, tic-tac-toe, out of defense. Well done. Just goes long, out of play. But you got to say carefully managed down the line. Seeger having a fantastic night tonight. Deserving his inclusion, wouldn't you say? When you see a big team, Canada on the edge of the box now, ball coming through, cross comes over. Put it away, son. There we go, 3-0, fantastic finish. Look at that. Yes, yes, thank you. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. 3-0, let's have some more, because I tell you what, Trout him at Trout, you got your score. Rich, you need to get scored, and then you get your score. So let's face it, 3-0 up. The winner, Trout right now. However, if they do score, and I'm saying Honduras, and then Rich, from right minute one in the show, will have the correct score. I said 2-0, could be more. It could be more. And hey, there you go, 3-0 up. Lots of time to go. Let's send more messages. Hey, a couple of games ago, Canada scored 4 against the Ukraine. That was an earthquake around the world. We're 3-0 up against Honduras. Very respectable scoreline against Honduras to score 3-0. And when you score more, it sends another earthquake around the world. And where's the next World Cup? It's in Canada. And, oh, yeah, the Americans and the Mexicans are holding a few games too, more than us. You know I'm joking. But, hey, Canada's setting themselves up to arrive at the World Cup in great form. That's what we need to keep doing. But believe you me, people are watching. Is this going to be the equalizer? No, it's not. Well played out. Nice play. Goal kick. And there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on behind the goal line. But, hey, 3-0 up. Now the referee is invisible, yeah? Now it doesn't impact the game like it was earlier. We are literally generalizing everything that happens in this match. But around the world, if we score more goals tonight, people around the world are watching Canada as a goal machine. And you put 4 in against Ukraine, please. That's huge in world football. Absolutely, please. That's huge in world football. Absolutely huge. Free kick coming up to Richie Larea, not given by Escobar. Escobar playing school football at the moment. Pushing the back, should be a free kick for Canada, not given. Richie Larea rides into the halfway. Ball going all the way to the halfway. Well played, Richie Larea. He made that happen. Channels the ball just by his position sense. Richie Larea, big up tonight. Ball back with Menivar on the edge of his own goal box. You have to give credit to Canada tonight, guys. You really do. The hassle, the press, the closure of the passing lanes, the tackling, the literally not stopping, won't give it up. Ball should come across. This could be one. This could be a 3-1. Great save by St. Clair, who took a smack. And I tell you what, off the goal line, Canada have done amazing to get it out of the goal. And would you not have thought that the referee might have called the whistle with 3 guys on the floor from 2 different teams? Why does he not blow the whistle? Really? Watch this play on your replays. Follow through on Dane St. Clair. Kicks through, pulled down, and you got 3 players on the ground. Escobar needs to literally open up a little bit of eyes here. That kick in the face, yeah? Then watch this. And then the rip to the floor. Watch the kick to the face. It's after the ball. You've got to be good to watch and see that, but it's after the ball. Dane St. Clair's, I tell you what, I hope Dane is good. Because that's the kind of kick that can make teeth fall out your face. And Jonathan David, remonstrating with the referee, is absolutely right to do so. He's the captain. You should go up to that referee and tell him, listen, this is not good enough. This is so not good enough. And everywhere he goes, Escobar, this is what you get. And everywhere he goes, Escobar, this is what you get. So let's put a couple of balls in the back of the net like we got and finish it out on a big night. And looking into the crowd, I'm looking to a lot of old Canadian shirts out there. But I'm also looking at the players on the field and how well they are behaving in adversity. Richie Laryea, literally, he's the kind of guy that you normally see blow his top for nothing. Could have been a penalty against him there for handball. However, Escobar doesn't see that either. Remember, Escobar is a Guatemala referee from Liga Guatemala, so that's the level that he's refereeing at. He's not an international referee per se like many others. Different ranking, different style. Headed in, ball loose, and a great save. Dane St. Clair, great save. Unbelievable save. Keeps that ball from becoming Rich's score. Okay, Trout, you're still in the driving seat, 3-0. But Rich, he nearly had that, 3-1. But watch this. Watch Dane St. Clair on the line. Right now. Great save. He was alive and awake all the time. Bang! Great save, Dane St. Clair. Earned your money tonight, Dane. Earned your money with that one. So often he has nothing to do. Now he had something to do, and he stood tall, got the ball out. Going into the chat right now, Brandon _Games 200. Mr. Chair press conference. Trouchy McTrout, we didn't have depth like this before. Coming again, Voodoo Pork Chop. I love that one. Voodoo Pork Chop in the house. Bush League ref. You got to say it, man. You got to say it. Totally. Trouty McTrout. At this point, they can win 8-0. I'll be more than happy. Well, tell you what. That's only another 5 to go. Let's see what we got. Free kick coming in now. She looks like an in-swinger towards Dane St. Clair. Let's see what happens. Offside has got to be the call there. Ball's still alive. Still on the edge of the box, as you can see, but lovely play. I'll tell you what, there's some nasty physical stuff going on. Boy, oh boy, off the ball, it's getting nasty. Canada needs to just stay calm, ride this out, and just keep doing what they've been doing. But there's an absolute anger underlying with the Honduras team because they got humiliated in the first half with the scoreline, not with the game. The scoreline is humiliating to them, but they haven't played that bad, yeah? It could have been worse. It could have been more. But now they want to play football. But watch the physical stuff. Watch the follow-throughs. Escobar not calling that for the first time. Well done. It's going to get really chippy. You've got a good 40 minutes still left to play. It's a great performance by a lot of ways for Canada. The way they're showing the brains, standing off people, watching the play, being there for everybody. The commitment is absolutely great. This is how you win a game. Togetherness. They said about togetherness so many times about Team Canada, yeah? And we sort of thought, oh, yeah, what are you talking about? Now you can see that togetherness every game. We never used to have it. Now we do. Now we're stroking the ball around. Now we're in charge of the game. Now you can chase us. And eventually we'll put another one in on you. And you can keep fouling us, but you can't beat us because you're done. It's 3-0. Now we are owning the game. It's fantastic. Years ago, you would not see this. Now, there's an effervescence of togetherness with Team Canada, but it's all with the squad. And like I say, a year to go before the World Cup. Man, oh man, oh man. 55 minutes in, a year to go before the World Cup. We got to stay at this level. We got to stay at this level because I tell you now, at this level, we can take on big teams and make them worry. Ball through now. Kept in play. Well done. Canada keeping possession on the right side of the field. Up front where it matters most. One-on-ones going along. Tussles fighting for the ball. Who's going to come out with it? And eventually goes out for the throw-in. Canada get the throw-in. But the effort, and the togetherness, fantastic. Loving every minute of this. I hope you are too, guys. Don't forget, if you're just tuning in, like, subscribe, join the family, ball into the cross. Is it going to get through? No, it's headed into and out for a corner. One of the guys tonight who literally may well get substituted earlier than others is little Choinière. He has literally run his legs off. And he's played a great game. Absolutely great game. Canada got the corner coming up. 3-0, 56 minutes in. Who's going to be subbed out first? You've got to feel in the next 5 to 10 minutes someone's coming in. Quick little break. It's just pop. Nothing in it, guys. But I got to say, Choinière has played a fantastic match. Corners, 3-2 in favor of Honduras. Choinière, in swing, comes in. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. Well claimed by the keeper. Somebody needed to be on the penalty spot running in to claim the header. Honduras now coming down the left side. Now they go back down the left side. Seem to play themselves into trouble instead of playing themselves out of trouble. That's a physical play there. Wow. I tell you what, Seeger looked like a freight train just a couple of seconds ago. Literally flattened the Honduran. Give him credit. Seeger looks like he's trying to stake a place in this team. He sees a World Cup coming next year. He sees the Gold Cup becoming good for Canada. He wants to be part of this team. He doesn't want to be in the squad. He wants to be a starter. Keep your eyes on Seeger, because when you play like that, you deserve to be in every game. If you're the big guy and you're not pulling your weight, get on the bench. It's all about excellence, and that's what Canada's got right now. They've got excellence. And Hondurans, right now, they don't need to know about any more goals in their net. They need to get back into this. But right now, Honduras knows they're in a match. And years ago, we never did this. We never did this. We never even got close to it. And it's great. It's absolutely lovely to see Canada doing so well in world football, but especially in CONCACAF, where we've been ripped off so long. And if you're a senior member, senior crowd, or if you're a junior crew, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm talking straight to you. That's what it used to be. But this team here, it's like watching something different. It's like we're from a different planet, different universe, totally different galaxy. Everything's positive. And it's lovely. And like I say, for the senior crowd, it's never been this good. Back to the game, throwing down the left side now. Honduras trying to forge into the game. Looks like a rugby tackle from Forgareles, but, give and go. You get it, you give it back. If you give it, you got to take it. Forgareles back all the way to Dane St. Clair in his own 6-yard box with the ball at his feet. Goes long and goes right. Lovely header there by Tejon Buchanan. Ball coming through. Canada looking to own the ball in midfield. Tackles are flying. Referee blows it down. You knew he would, but it don't matter. 3-0's 3-0. Also got to hand it. Saliba's had a bit of a fair game too, yeah? So when you're talking about legs, young guys, speed, good passing, ability, intelligence, know what to do at the right time, we got a great squad. For who we are, 30 in the world, we got a great squad. We're not in the top 10, but for who we are and for where we've come and how this team plays now and the talent we've got moving forward and more talent coming, yeah, we're doing a great thing here. And it's always fun to watch. Ball down the right side. Richie Lorea looking to possibly thread the ball through, backs it up, passes off. Choinière now on the ball. Looks to see where it's going to happen next. Give and go. Gets it back. Lovely play. Bites the time. Buys your space. Choinière, intelligent boy, gets the ball back again. Taps it off. Canada owning the game. Honduras has got to come and fight for the ball. They're standing off. Canada holding play. Exceptionally well. Jesse Marsh looks like he's just gone to sleep. Oops, he's waking up now. Sorry. Wake up, Jesse. Yeah, I know it's 3-0, mate. Don't worry. Jesse is loving it, and he's watching an ice trucking video in the background. Can you imagine that? There you go. Canada halfway now. Ball into the middle. Referee's blown it down already. But 3-0 up, 61 minutes to go. Now we're starting to see possible substitutions come in for Canada. Let's see who Jesse is looking to push through. Ball, left-hand side now. Honduras taps through. Ball's going through. Nice play by Dane St. Clair one more time. Screams, comes, gets the ball, cleans up the mess. Canada now on the break. Choinière one more time. Watch out. Lovely foul. Going again. Mr. Escobar, you do have these. You see how angry Escobar is getting towards Canadian players? You see how angry he's getting towards Canadian players? He's done that a few games. He's done that a few games. Voodoo Pork Chop. This is when a big time team practices their counterattacks. Boom. Let them play and hit them with counters. Boom. Absolutely, Voodoo Pork Chop on the bloody money. On the money. But didn't you see how angry Escobar, the referee, got just then? Because stuff is going our way. I tell you, Ricky Larea, give him a hand. Well played, Richie Larea. Chippy Ricky's had a good time. On comes Kyle Larin, second highest scorer in Canadian history. Come on, Kyle. Put the ball in the back of net. Use some physical. We brought a big boy on there. He can throw the body. Absolutely. Absolutely. Give you the other one just a second. Tajon Buchanan on the left side. Passes off. Seago now. Saliba all the way back. Intelligent ball play. Taps it off one more time. Looking to make some space. Well done, Saliba. Great play. Unfortunate. Tajon can't get there. But well played, Saliba. Tried to make the space. Open up the space. Kept possession. Did all he could. Squeeze now, guys. No foul there. Canada go the other way. Got the ball. Should have been quicker. Ball over the top. Honduras going the other way. And Canada clear this up. Back to Dane St. Clair on the ball. Foot on the ball. On the ground. Quick tic-tac-toe. And out of defense. Chaunier, fantastic. In the right place again. Little Chaunier. Ball over the top. Definitely. Ahmed now got the ball. Can he cut inside? He does. Shoots on net. And the keeper saves. Goes for a corner. Well played, Ahmed. Really could have crossed it. Guys are looking for the cross. And he's having a go at the referee, and the referee's not listening again. But hey, Canadian fans have got lots to cheer about right now. 3-0. Look how well Ahmed did on the edge of the box. Two defenders in front of him. Taps inside. And then shoots. Great little effort. Got fouled in between, but got the shot off on target. Keeper had to make the save. Manivar's been in a game tonight in the goal for Honduras. 3-0 the score, 64 minutes in. It could be more. I want more. Do you? In Canada. Over 30 years, guys. Over 30 years I've been in Canada. 31 years. And all the battles against Honduras. Chaunier, corner. In swinger coming far post. And there's number 4, baby. Tajon Buchanan picks up the scraps. Headed down beautifully. 4-0 Canada. Oluwase gets up, heads down. And Tajon Buchanan on his bum slaps in for number 4. Let's have more. Come on. I'm not greedy. But when you're good, you're good. You got to keep scoring. Trout, Jesse the Nat Marsh. Trout, Tajon, you legend. Absolutely. Remember, he's come through a lot. Tajon's done a lot. He's come through a lot. I tell you, reads the play. He's in the right place at the right time. 4-0. Yes, and that'll do nicely. 4-0 on the day. Rich spanking for Canada. Absolutely, Rich. Absolutely. You could say possible handball against Oluwase, but Escobar doesn't see that. Look carefully. Oluwase, as he goes up, ball comes off his hand, per se, but doesn't matter. 4-0 is 4-0. Trout. I'm emotional at this win over the Honduras team that crushed our hearts all those years ago. And they beat us. What was the score? 8-1. We got demolished. Yeah, they did crush our hearts because we only needed a draw in that game and we'd have been there. Yeah, 4-0 to Canada. Great way to open up the Gold Cup. Tell you what, we're doing a live show for the next game and the one after that. Rich says, lifts of the boys' hearts in the dressing room to go forward. Absolutely, Rich, absolutely. You're starting a tournament against a literal team breaking off now. Canada going forward one more time. Tic-tac-toe. Oh, and a lovely little effort. Now we're getting creative and very skillful. But nearly number 5 there. But you got to say, this kind of performance lifts the hearts of the boys all the way through the squad and the fans as well. When you see a performance like this, it makes you believe. There's Tajon Buchanan in the right spot at the right time. That's the experience for you if you're getting the replays. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Man of the match tonight, guys. Who is your man of the match? Let's face it, you got to have one, no? Who is your man of the match tonight? Because right now, you have to say this guy scored 2 goals, played pretty good. I know Chaunier has been fantastic with the ball, on and off the ball, and played a great night. But when you score 2 goals and you've been inspirational like Tejon, I think it's very close to becoming man of the match. Like I say, we'll get the man of the match at the end of the game. We still got 23 minutes plus added time to get more. So stick in your seats. And I'll tell you what, if you're down east, anywhere down east, and it's getting close to 11:30 or close to midnight, and it's after midnight, I'd say. And hey, it's going to be a long day tomorrow, but it's all for Canada, people. It's all for Canada. It's all for Canada. Honduras right side cross comes in. Beautiful cross. And again, repelled by Canada one more time. Tic-tac-toed out of defense. Into touch. Brilliant play. Play the way you're facing. Canada making the simple things happen, but playing brilliantly with the simple plays. The simple plays are the big plays. And Canada is making it happen tonight. Honduras now, a lot quicker with the ball, trying to make things happen. 4-0 down, being humiliated. Can you imagine the news team's story coming tomorrow in the morning when they get this and there's a foul coming up? And Escobar, did you ever see a yellow card in your life? Get one out now. Not even a free kick. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But tomorrow, when the Honduran TV talks about this game, they won't remember the 8-1 shellacking that they gave us to kick us out of a World Cup qualifying. They won't remember that, but they will remember this bloody score. Absolutely. This is like an absolute disgrace score for Hondurans right now. And if we get more, oh, I tell you, it'll be even worse. Say going on his own, puts the ball back in. That's definitely got to be a... What is he not looking at? What is the referee not looking at? Total pushing the back inside the box. Definite Stonewall penalty. Not given. Again, Escobar not giving to Canada. Canada, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Win the ball back. Tejon Buchanan rakes a guy, gets the ball back, then gets taken down. And if you do not give a card for that, you are definitely a corrupt referee. Let's see what he does. Canada now, literally 4-0 up. And if this gets worse for Honduras, and there's still 20 minutes plus added time, if this gets worse for Honduras in the news tomorrow, they are going to get carved up big time. They didn't expect this. Rich says, Steve, thank you for your dedication and connection with us. You're appreciated. Your sense of humor and sarcasm is spot on. Rich says, Steve, thank you for your dedication and connection with us. You're appreciated. Your sense of humor and sarcasm is spot on. You're a legend. Keep it up. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Rich. Cheers, everybody. And if you know me, yes, I am a sarky bastard, but that's the way to be. Hey, you want to watch TV? You want to listen to those guys on TV? By all means, go ahead. They do a lovely job. But our club here at Ultimate Soccer, our family is different. And you can say what you like in the chat. Absolutely. You never hear me F-bomb. Don't need to. Life is funny enough with this yap to keep going. Yeah, I've been alive a long time. I aim to be here a lot longer. So 4-0 up, 70 minutes in your man, Chaunier taking a free kick just to the right side of the box. It would be lovely to get a 5th goal here. Ball comes in. That's a great ball. Come on, get on the end of it. And nearly. Referee's calling it back. He's calling it back. I think he's calling it back. Substitutions coming on. David, number 24, not Jonathan. David coming on, number 24. Let's see who's coming out. Back into the chat. Trout. This ref is a complete joke. Absolutely agree with you. Rich says, plus your shirt needs to be worn yet again. No need to wash it like an old set of shinnies. Absolutely. Oh, my light. You know what? You just said something there. But the first shinnies I ever got were like canvas. Never washed them. Free kick now. Chaunier coming in. Lovely little ball. Nobody on the end of it. Chaunier gets it back. First times it into the box. Well played. Doesn't come off. Canada first to the ball, letting it go out for throw. Again, exceptional play. Using your brain. You know the team's all upfield. Let the ball go out of play. Let everybody get in position. Great play again. Canada thinking football. That's what this is. Loads of professionals worldwide garnering their trade, becoming greater by every season. That's the result you get. Canada looking absolutely dynamite. If you look at a couple of our competitor big nations, you wouldn't say the same about the US, who just won a game. But Canada, thinking football, looking good at everything they do. 4-0 up. And when there is a mistake, there's always someone there to bail you out, yeah? Saliba just bailed us out. He needs the ball through. Oluwase, he wanted the ball through. Saliba holds on the ball. Doesn't let it go through. Tajon Buchanan now. Back to Saliba. Saliba can't hold the ball. Saliba should have just threaded the ball through. Oluwase was waiting to get that ball. And eventually went offside. Saliba had to hold. Again, let the ball go early. See again, Saliba. Passes off. Oluwase has the ball. And David, number 24, top of the shelf, looking to go. Watch David, number 24, make the runs, because he's making the runs for a reason. He's trying to get on the end of your ball. Canada now playing great possession football. Again, this is a revelation result. 4-0 Canada. You're not going to see this many times, I'll tell you now. 4-1 was the last time recently we played these guys. Crunching tackle coming in. Well done again. Seager, dynamite. Ball out for a throw. You can have the throw, but you're not going by me. Get it out of there. Canada, tough as nails. Playing like they know how to nowadays. It's absolutely brilliant watching this team now. Canada now looking on the edge of the box. 3-on-1. Ball goes through. Terrible pass. Terrible pass. No. He's not getting on the end of that. Short pass. Go left. Didn't need to go down the middle. Unfortunate. Great time. Nice try. Didn't come off. Canada now looking to get the ball back. 4-0 up. 17 minutes to go. Is there time for another goal? Quick swig. Are you enjoying this? Are you enjoying this? Sitting here, as we are, 4-0 up, sitting back, kicking back. You probably got a couple of beers going. You probably had a couple of beers, or you're on the coffee, whatever. You might be working, but if you're funning it, hey, whatever your funsies is, I hope you're having funsies with this. 17 minutes to go. We've got the game. Full entertainment, full on football, full on entertainment, full on dedication to this cause. I tell you, it doesn't get any better. The football we're playing tonight is absolutely stunning. Yes! 5-0. Get in there, my man. 5-0. He just comes on. David down the middle, making the runs. I told you. Bang, he goes in. Number 5. Have some of that. Have some of that. Yes. Oh, I tell you, I'm going to sleep good tonight, people. I hope you are too. 5-0. 5-0. 5-0. How good does that sound? How good does that sound? Going back into the chat, guys. Portugal is here. 1998. I actually love your commentary. Not going to lie. Props. Big up. Big up. Portugal is here. 1998. Up to you, my friend. Big up. Trout me, trout. I don't think you understand how many banger jersey shirts Steve has. I know, I was talking last night about the wardrobe. I've got like 60-odd style Canada shirts, jackets, hats, beanies, whatevers. But yeah, Canada, that's my big love. The day I moved to Canada was the day I fell in love forever with this nation. Right across the board. Every province, in every football match, every person, every game. I come alive. There's one team I talk about as well, if you're interested to know, and that's Wrexham. All the way through the football season, I talk Wrexham AFC. All the Wrexham team games, I give you a pre-game, I give you the live watch-along like this, and I tell you, if you know and love your teams, you speak glowingly. Quick swig. But I tell you what, got to say, Portugal is here, 1998. Much love. Thank you very much. I'm well happy that you said that. You made my day. Ball coming in. Can we put it away? Oh, it's nearly 6. Canada doing tricks in front of goal. Honduras ripping their hair out. Absolutely ripping each other's faces off. It seems they've disappeared from the face of the earth on the defensive line. Canada playing jokes, having fun. 5-0 up, and it could have been 6. And maybe it's going to be 6 pretty soon. But I tell you, we are touching a great game here tonight. The confidence Canada's going to get off this. Dane Sinclair, pick it up. Well done, son. The confidence we're getting out of this tonight. Boom. Yeah. Excelente. Okay, ball going through. Now, one-on-one doesn't get there, but I tell you what, he could have done. If he reads that earlier, David gets the second goal of his night after maybe 5 minutes. So we got strikers that can score. We got midfielders that can be creative, not just showing the air. We got defenders that can really go through you, win the ball and the man. Defenders that can clear the ball in the air. We've got a string of goalkeepers that can bring top performances. Did I just say enough? Did I? I'll tell you what, I'm watching a top team. I'm watching a top squad. And we literally, with a year to go, have got to keep this level. I'll tell you, there's a massive game coming up in September 9th. Book your calendars, September 9th. Canada is overseas. Where, you say? Well, I'll let you know. Canada's overseas in Wales. They're not playing in Wrexham, though. No. I believe the game is coming off in Swansea, place I've been. But September 9th, mark your calendar. Canada. Oh, great ball through the middle now. He does get... Oh, I tell you what, I thought he was going to get there. He nearly did. But September 9th, Wales, Canada. I tell you, it's coming. And all the games in between and every game after that and then the World Cup. And I tell you, it's all coming. It's all coming. I tell you, man, honestly, you can't bullshit the passion I have for this nation. If you try to bullshit it, good luck to you, because you'd have to do it every second, every game, every match, every day. And you can't lie about stuff like that. So, again, got to say, big thanks to you guys. When you say nice things, it's well received. It doesn't make my head get fat or anything else. But I tell you what, ball through the middle now. Oh, lovely go. In you go. And he nearly gets there. I tell you what, David is a big guy. He can't get moving all that quickly. But once he's on the move, he gets on the end of it. If he was moving earlier, he gets on the end of that. So great moves. We're literally playing the counter-attack all the way through now, sitting there, waiting for Honduras to make mistakes because they've literally run out of ideas. Literally run out of ideas. Canada has literally beaten them up on the board. It's taken the wind right out of the sails. They got no confidence going forward. They are fearful for number 6, and their mistakes will make number 6 happen. But what a great night. It's late at night. It's late at night, but what a great night. If you're going to go long, you don't want a 0-0 or a boring game. We've even got the wave going around BC Place Stadium right now, which seems to be quite full compared to earlier. Did everybody get off work late? But hey, 5-0, 79 minutes to go. Sorry, 79 minutes gone. I'm loving it. I am absolutely got a big, fat Cheshire smile grin inside my head. You're not going to knock it off, not even with a steel bar. I tell you, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Best thing in the world is watching a football match. Or as we say here, soccer. But it's the best thing. It's the best thing. It's the best thing. When you're 5-0 up, how good does it get? Now, going back to one point, Trout said about shirts. I'm going to say what it is. Stevie has like 1,000 shirts. I do. And you're going to see them all the way through. That Wales game is going to be fantastic. That's from Trout. Yes. It absolutely bloody is, mate. Foot on the gas, says Rich. Big hand for Tajon. Big hand for Tajon, superhero. Sally, I'm saying it now. Man of the match for me. Tajon Buchanan. He turns up every time. He is the man. He brings you that every game. An attitude too. He's a winner. He's so become a top-class player in the last couple of years. You didn't see him being this good. You saw him being at a high level, but he's eclipsed what I thought he was going to be, and he can still get better. So Tajon Buchanan, for me, is my man of the match. Rich, road trip, Steve. Oh, I'll tell you, mate. I'll tell you. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Voodoo Pork Chop. I saw Canada play in Mexico. Alex Bunbury. Breakaway run from centre field. Shot. Trickled it to the goalie. We lost 4-0 that night. And we soiled our shorts. This country has come a long way. Voodoo Pork Chop, mate, 100%. 100%, bruv. 100%. Absolutely. We've come a long way. We've come a long way. Yeah. And I tell you, you're old enough to remember it all. There's guys that never went through what we got through. We got through a lot of stuff. There's a lot of the younger crew didn't wade through, as Voodoo Pork Chop would say, didn't wade through all that garbage that we had to. But yeah, it tastes so sweet nowadays. It tastes so sweet. To have a team like this fills your heart with joy. Makes you feel proud. Makes you feel good. Great dummy there. Overlap now. Canada cutting inside. Brilliant play. Taps off. Oh, unlucky. Canadians tackling each other. Both want the ball. Both want to score. No, you're not scoring if I can't. Team Canada getting very possessive with the ball. Watch this. Beautiful, yeah? Canada tackling Canada. A tic-tac-toe. And Lyle, I've said it a million times. The guy that's nearly got it done. The amount of times this happens to Carl Larin. The amount of times, even Ahmed's like, oh no, not again. The amount of times, yeah, Ahmed was right, yeah. I tell you. Voodoo Pork, core, bruv. Hardcore. Yeah. Hardcore. 4 years later was when I started to do games with Canada. Yeah. We're both oldies. Seniors. We're senior crowd. Yes. Rich says, Steve, did you play with the Calgary Travelling Masters team in Vernon a few years ago? I played for them. Feel like either cranked cleats or got stuck in together or both. You know what? It could have been. It could have been. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I went to that quite a few times. And yeah, I was always getting there hard. Not a yapper like now. Not a yapper on the field. No, I was a yapper to my own guys. Like, get your asses moving. Canada now on the break now, moving forward. Ball in the middle. Did he just do what I thought he did? He just did, didn't he? He just did. David tries to do the old tickle over the keeper into the net. Literally blew the chance. I would rip his left nut off for that when he gets off the field. Not literally. But I'd be like, buddy, you don't do that. His left nut off for that when he gets off the field. Not literally. But I'd be like, buddy, you don't do that in front of net. That should be in the net. I mean, Schaffelberg's put a beautiful ball in like he always does. And David totally got it wrong. Totally got it wrong. Rich might well have been a fact, mate. Yeah. And I went to Vernon quite a few times. I also went to Kimberley for their tournament as well, which was you had to drink a lot. You have to keep hydrated, yeah? And you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, lots of fun times. I even played football in Kuwait on a bombed-out soccer field once, right after the Gulf War. Yeah, this boy's been around the football world, and I've had some fun. And you know what? My life is football. It's been all football. All my family know that I'm football, soccer crazy. But that's what runs my life. And that's what's paid the bills as well, believe it or not. Soccer, football, ball now. Honduras looking for things to happen. 5 minutes to go. Does Canada get number 6, or are we going home unhappy with only 5? I've had a great night. I really hope you've had a great night, guys, because I tell you what, this is one of a kind. Tac-toe, tic-tac-toe, tic-tac-toe, all night long. Canada owning the game. Schaffelberg now, one-on-one, going down the line, left side. Brilliant ball in the middle. Oh, and a great interception by the keeper. Great interception by the keeper. Schaffelberg, can't say enough about Jacob. I love the guy. Everything he does with effort, but it also shows the great level in this squad. Massive. Going into the chat. Rich, okay, I think we played a game or two together. I think we might well have done, my friend. I think we might well have done. Absolutely. Tragic McTrout says, I request to hear the Q8 soccer match story one day, Steve. Absolutely. You know what? I'll write that down. Q8 soccer story has to be told. All right, here we go. Q8 live on camera, organizing the story. Q8 soccer story from 1991. Yes, a long time ago. To be told. Sorry, to be told. To be told next show. Okay, Trouty McTrout, it's in the book. Next show, we're going to get that story out there. And guys, if you've got any questions ever, or you want to know anything, just ask away. We're one family. We're all together. Remember, hit all notifications and hit the like and subscribe. I'm not greedy, but remember, we don't do this for money. We do this for us. No dinero, no money, just the love of the game and love of our football family. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. 2 things, Canada and Wrexham. I love both. And I am passionate. And it does get passionate here. And it's slightly sarcastic. Yeah, just a little. Keeper's going to let that one go over the bar. 86 minutes, we're going to see what's happening with added time. Going back into the chat. Rich, I think we did play together, mate. I'm just saying that again. Rich says, "Oh, we thrashed you barely 1-0. Also played in Kelowna." Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Ball coming in. Cups low. Oh, yes. Just watching that replay one more time when Dane St. Clair gets down low and slams a great save, denying Honduras one more time. Watch that save on your replays. Brilliant save. It's been a brilliant game all around. And if the game ended 1-0, you would say that Dane St. Clair was inspirational for keeping Honduras off the board. However, the forwards have done it. We've got 5 beautiful goals, 3 minutes to go. It could be we get another. We should have had another, Mr. David, number 24, not 20. Or 10, I should say. Sorry. Nice foul. Nice foul. Kyle Laren slides through. And I tell you, the reaction there says to me, Escobar and Honduras literally have given up. They're playing out the minutes, but they have literally given up. It started about 20 minutes ago, to be honest, and at half-time it was literally done. But you've literally seen Canada in this match take it from 1 minute all the way through to 87 minutes so far and own proceedings. And that's not a homer call. And that's not being biased. That's exactly what's happened. Proceedings. And that's not a homer call. And that's not being biased. That's exactly what's happened. Listen, you know me. If Honduras was kicking our asses, I'd be telling and I'd be singing their praises. I'm not, am I? I'm only singing Canada's praises because there's one team that deserves that. Thank you, Trouty. Steve. Steve tells fantastic stories. Listen, when you get this old and you've lived a few years, if you didn't pick out a penny dust as you moved, you'd be quite the clever guy, eh? So, yes, I've got a few stories from places I've been, and it's all football. Football is a world thing. It's life. And it's the same wherever you go. It's just different colours, different clubs, different rivals. And the one thing I do love about football is it's a social event. It's a total social event. Yeah, that's what I get out of it. It's always a social event. There's never any reason for it to be bad. Always have a good time. Always have a good time. Here we go now, coming up to the final minutes of the opening Gold Cup game, remember? Next game up, Canada breaking through now on the edge of the box. This should be number 6. Indeed it is. Pick it out of the net. Saliba intercepts, fakes, goes right, goes left, goes right, goes left, tucks it in the beautiful top corner. 6-0. I tell you now, guys, this is an earthquake score. Everybody around the world is going to be seeing this in the morning, looking 6-0. Yeah, 6-0. How good does that feel? Remember the 8-1? Remember. Now forget about the 8-1. Remember the 6-0? Because I tell you what, that's national news in Honduras right now and all tomorrow. Love it. Now wear it. I tell you, get that monkey off your back. 8-1 just disappeared. 6-0, yes, thank you. Have some of that. How does that feel? Yeah. 6-0, beautiful finish by Saliba. Here we go. Super Canada. And Honduras are now literally wanting to get off the field. We got 3 minutes to go. Can it be 7? Wouldn't that be a thing? Who'd have thought? 6-0. 6-0. Absolutely massive. Canada now looking to defend. Free kick coming up. No free kick. Honduras has the ball. Well intercepted again. One more time. Waterman intercepts. Ball goes forward. Schaffelberg now left-hand side of the field. Cuts inside. And the ball goes back. Keep it in play. Canada keeping possession. Ball comes up to the middle of the field. David, well-headed wide. Canada keeping possession one more time. Closing down now. 1 minute, 2 minutes to go. Ball inside. Saliba has the ball. Ball inside. Saliba has the ball. Looking around. Passes off. Schaffelberg gives and goes. Schoenier to the right side. Schaffelberg now to the left side. Sorry. Keeps the ball. Cuts inside of crosses. Crosses first time. Well headed out by Honduras. On the edge of the box. Saliba now. Threads the ball wide to the left. No. Keeps possession. Comes to the right side. Beautiful play. Canada now on the edge of the box. Going right side. Does he get the cross in? Does get the cross in. Cleared. Honduras clearing the lines, trying to get forward, but again, like it has been all night long, Canada intercepting, doing what they need to get the ball back. Schoenier being an absolute little devil, crosses again. Let's tell you what, we're looking for number 7. Still not happened, but it might just. Hope you had a great night tonight, guys. Remember, like, subscribe, join the channel, be part of this family. And every Canada match, we are there. Every Wrexham match in the Wrexham season, we're there too. Also in the summer tour coming up. Next match is going to be Canada. One more watch along as we go through the group phase. Shot coming in, and Dane St. Clair holds, goes down, and kills the clock. Beautiful. Beautiful. 6-0 up. Goals from Seager, Oiliosei. Buchanan's got a couple. Akimpelu and Saliba. There we go. 6 goals. 5 different goal scorers. Ball intercepted now. Honduras looking to come forward. Takes a shot and goes way wide. Going back into the chat. Voodoo Pork Chop. My team's Canada. Portugal. Sporting CP. Hey, benvindo. Portugal is here, 1998. Come on, brother. Be a Benfica fan. We could be best friends. You know, Benfica. Yeah, Benfica, Sporting, Porto. Great teams. Great teams. Game's overdone. We have won. Game's overdone. We have won 6-0. I'm going to go through all the stats and everything as we go into this post-game. We're into the post-game right now. Canada winning 6-0 if you didn't find out. But going back into the shop, Voodoo Pork Chop 6, absolutely, bruv. Rich says, shorts around the Honduras ankles. Yeah, lit into the shop. Voodoo Pork Chop 6, absolutely, bruv. Rich says, shorts around the Honduras ankles. Yeah, literally. First half, 3 goals. Second half, 3 goals. Pretty much kept the same nuclear team. Substitutions in the second half. And I tell you, comprehensive performance, comprehensive entertainment. You're not going to get better than that. I tell you now, guys, great night for everybody. And the guys that needed to score, scored goals, yeah? The fans in the crowd had a great time. And right now in BC, it's about, let me think, 9:30? Yeah, it's 9:30 in BC. And it's probably 12:30 down east in Toronto time. Further east, it's even later. But, hey, 6-0 on the day. Got to be happy with that. Back into the chat. Trout. I don't know if I ever enjoyed a Team Canada match more. Going to say that one more time, guys. I don't know if I ever enjoyed a Team Canada match more. Yeah, you got me thinking. I mean, Honduras are literally walking off defeated, blown out of the water. No sails left on the boat. In fact, the boat has been blown out of the water. That's what they look like, walking off the field. You see teams defeated walking off, they look like they got thrashed at everything. And that's good, because that 8-1 that everybody remembers from the failed qualification that ended in Honduras, San Pedro Sula, well, now 6-0 is the headlines tomorrow in Honduras. Or if you're saying June the 18th being today when you see this, hey, Honduras' main news was caused by Canadian soccer. Their main news tomorrow is Canadian soccer. Canada destroys Honduras. That's the main news tomorrow. Did you really think that could happen before the game? Maybe a 1 or a 2-0? I said 2-0. But 6-0 is an earthquake. And all around the world, like I told you, they're going to be listening to that tomorrow. And as they get closer to this World Cup coming through, people are going to start saying, we don't want to be in the group with Canada. No. And if we keep getting results like this, they're going to be worried as the World Cup comes along that Canada may possibly be a team that can go further than just a group. And right now, in the Gold Cup, 6-0, biggest score so far in the tournament, not scored on. Dane St. Clair gets a shutout. The rest of the teams looking are saying they're hitting form right now. Have we peaked too early? Have we peaked too early? I say no. I say no. Clearly, 100% not. We can still keep this level, keep the mojo, moving through the tournament, and do well. I say Canada should literally finish top 4 minimum. Minimum. Top 4 is where it should be. That's where it is. If not a top 4 finish, we failed. Simple. Simple. Ask yourself inside. Not just your heart, but inside. You see Canada not getting to the top 4, the final 4? I do. 3 other teams. Let me know what your other 3 teams are that you think are going in the top 4, the final 4, semi-finals. You've seen already Jamaica possibly slipping by the wayside. Guatemala taking them out. So the final 4 is going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to go to the stats here pretty soon, guys, as we hear on the post game. But 6-0 on the Knights. Going into the chat, guys. Trout says, almost guarantees us to get through the group stage after one game. It pretty much does. It pretty much does. Goals basically bring prizes. Prizes are points in the group stage. Goals make the prizes happen. If you don't score, you get 1. So this game, if you say you're El Salvador and your Curaçao doesn't do anything at all in this group, we're already through. Great point. Great point. Voodoo Pork Chop, really proud of this team and nation. Lots of starters sat today, and this shows us the internal competitive attitude. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. Absolutely. Our level right across the board. You just said it. Our level right across the board. On the field, on the bench, sitting in the crowd, watching the game. There's a parity there. There's a parity there. Sitting in the crowd tonight was Alfonso injured. Yeah, I'm just saying. And also Sammy Adekube, injured guys in the crowd. We have a level that we've never had before. And I don't see this level going anywhere. There's a professionalism as well around every single player. We've arrived. And our coaching staff, not just Jesse Marsh, not just Paulie Stalteri, but especially Paul Stalteri, big man in football, played many years in Europe, knows how to run a club, could even be a manager if he wanted to be. When you get people like that in the board and in the staff, ushering in the new era, the great players we've got, and how to look after them and how to make them gel into a winning commodity, that's what we got. It's took years to get there. But when did you ever see a more complete performance than this in your damn life? Like I say, for the Gold Cup, we're filled with lots of positives out of tonight. The squad is going to build. And whoever comes to play us next will be fearing what we just did to Honduras. 6-0. Anybody plays us now, they're going to be worried before the ball is even kicked because they won't know what's going to happen and they won't know how many we're going to score. And we're talking about Canada here. We're not talking about France. We're not talking about Argentina. We're certainly not talking about England. And we're not talking about La France. Yeah? We're talking Canada. And the amazing level that we are sitting at right now after that convincing performance. Let me give you the stats, but let me have a drink. Like I say, I tell it how it is, guys. And I thank every one of you tonight for being in that chat and being who you are, because you make this so much worth it. Without you in the chat, without the friends in the chat, without the family in the chat, wouldn't be the same. Wouldn't even be close. Because I'd be like a junkyard dog screaming in the junkyard to myself with nobody around. So there you go. It's beautiful to have you in. Now I'm going to take you through the stats because it is the post game. And hey, any questions I'm going to get to in the chat, guys. So stick with us. If you got to go to bed, then sign out. And I'll tell you what, you earned it. Because it might be really late where you are, yeah? Anywhere around the world, in fact. Because we have people watching from all over the world right now. You'd be crazy to think not. Anyway, going through the stats, I'll be kind. I'm going to go Honduras first. Team stats, Honduras, 7 shots on goal, of which they got 4 on target. It's pretty good. 46% possession overall. So that's not bad. Pass accuracy, 79%. Fouls, 12. No yellow cards. I can't believe how Escobar never got one out. But then again, I did warn you about Escobar, didn't I? And I was very kind, and I was spot on. And I wasn't sarcastic too much. Corners, 3. So now looking at Canada. 20 shots on net, 9 on target. That's pretty good. Possession, 54%, so we outshaded it. But as was pointed out by you guys, counterattack, and that's what we did. 412 passes to 357, 12 fouls to 12, so that was even across the board. No yellows, no red cards, 5 offsides. Remember the first half? Richie Larea was offside 3 times, so he can get a little talking to about timing. But hey, when you win 6-0, it's not so bad. But you got to correct the little things and make it even better and even bigger. Corners, 3-3. Score, 6-0. And if you're just tuning in, Canada literally put an earthquake out there. Blew Honduras off the continent. Starts off with Nico Sigo, 27 minutes. Then Tani Oliosei on 45 minutes plus 2. Tejon Buchanan bags a brace, 48 minutes and 65. Promise Akimpelu on 75. And he's got David on the back of the shirt. And Nathan Saliba on 90. And I tell you what, convincing performance. You're not going to find better than that. We literally owned the game, start to finish. And as I'm going through the league right now, I'm going to get you into the standings. Just going to back out there. One moment, guys. We'll be there shortly. But again, 6-0 on the night, and you're not going to get much better than that. Not going to get much better than that. I'm going to bring this up again. There we go. So, like I say, there's the stats, there's the game. At the end of it, going into the chat right now. Judgment Trout chart, I think Canada is in perfect position in relation to the World Cup. I agree with that. I think as you've got that year still to go in the World Cup coming to us, we've got a year to just perfect what we've got. And I mean, look, we're not far off the mark here. You could bring some big teams into Canada, play Canada right now during that World Cup. And like I said a few minutes ago, people don't want to play us. When the World Cup gets here, we're 30 in the world, possibly 29 tomorrow, so keep your eyes on the FIFA rankings. But as we get closer to that World Cup moving forward, people are not going to want to play us. Hey, by the way, if you didn't watch the live watch-along, you should watch the next one. We've got loads more shirts coming out. But listen, we are hitting peak. We've got to stay at this level. All the great teams around the world do not have a problem at staying at their level simply because they have top-line players. We now have top-line players. Even players like Seager coming in and trying to demand he owns a starting spot. And with a performance like that, who can argue? Look at the guys we had on the bench, the top liners. Didn't impact this game. They weren't playing. And we banged 6 goals in against Honduras. Look around the world. I keep saying this. Look around the world. We are making earthquakes. And earthquake number 1 recently, Ukraine 4-2. Going back into the chat. Rich, we just have to push this aside and smile. Instills confidence, so you're only as good as your last game. Let's build. Let's be proud. Brilliant point. Brilliant point. Brilliant point. And that's what you guys do all night long, is bring out the points. Absolutely brilliant. Rich, top draw, mate. Top draw. I'm going to read that again. Push it aside like it didn't happen, but take the confidences out there. That's what Rich is saying. It instills confidence, and it really does. Winners win. We picked up a little trophy. Or as somebody said on the pre-game, the preview to the rankings and what I said was going to happen in it, a nothing burger. I don't think the 2025 Canadian Shield is a nothing burger. It was a funny phrase. I didn't say it. Reese did, and it was funny at the time. But we've won a trophy recently. That becomes infectious. It becomes a bit of an addiction. When you win one, you want more. It's the same old adage, that soccer song they sing around the world. Score, come on, score. Once you get one, you'll get more. We'll sing you at assembly when we get to Wembley. So come on, you did and score, right? So scoring goals, it's all about the game. Richie, push it aside. Totally agree. As he said, you're only as good as your last game. Let's build. Let's be proud. I tell you what, I'm proud as punch. These guys are building. And this was a tremendous way to get new guys time in a top flight game and have everybody come out shining. I can't remember a game like this for Canada where we didn't have the top line going up against the top nations from Latin America, yes, Central America, and blow them aside like they did. Can't remember it. I can't remember it. I really can't. With top liners, there's a few games that are 4-1s. The last one against Honduras was with a big team and with big players, 4-1. This is 6-0 without the big lines. Just saying. Take that to the bank. And do you think anybody really came out of this game knackered, worn out, not ready to go next match? No, I think they do. I think the competitive spirit in this team is literally pushing each other to another level with every match. Bang, bang, as we climb higher, 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 higher. You see professional clubs. You see national teams. You won't see what we've got. This is something very special. It's very special. There's a blend to getting it right. And if you remember 4 years ago, before Johnny Herdman's time, yeah, the CSA was looking to get it right. The CSA might not get much acclaim and much pats on the back, maybe kicks in the arse. But for what we're doing on the field, I think you have to say the organization is getting something right. And I got a big smile in my face, the Cheshire Cat smile. It's been there all night long with this game. It's been there for months. It's been there basically since we qualified for the 2022 World Cup. And that was a ride. And this is going to be a ride in the Gold Cup. We still got that next World Cup coming too, all in short time. We've got a fun bonanza packed for 1 year to come with the Gold Cup and a World Cup coming. And if we could go there with another trophy, wow, that sends another message. That sends an absolute message to the world. So I'm going to say this much. Tomorrow, when you're thinking about this game, think about the next one. Think about the team. Think about who you want to see on there. How important is that next game to put out the top line? El Salvador, Curaçao. Do we need to put out the top line and risk injury to top players as we move through? Because we need to get this team and this squad from here at this point into the World Cup healed or not injured. No suspensions. Everybody on the same page. Because right now we have set that platform. That platform that we saw in this game, that is the level to absolutely break out of a group that we've never done at a World Cup. This recipe is absolutely the recipe, in my opinion, to be at least a round of 16 team at a World Cup. What happens game to game in a knockout round? Well, that's the knockout round. Anything's possible. And if we get there at this level at a World Cup next year, where it's 39 days with loads of rest in between, hey, sky's the bloody limit. Sky is the bloody limit. Going into the chat, guys. Mildly fun. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the notifications. CONCACAF isn't strong enough. I love that. I love that. I love that, mate. Love it. Love it. We couldn't have said that years ago, but I'm loving that, mate. CONCACAF isn't strong enough. What a statement. What a statement. Holy shimoly. You couldn't have said that 10 years ago. We would not have even dreamt of saying that, the senior crew. We would never have dreamt of thinking that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It never was a thought. That is reality. That is today. And that's more than mildly fun, my friend. That's genius. Rich, we just have to push this aside. Like he says, mildly fun. I think we need tougher competition if we're going to make an impact in the World Cup. We just bazookaed Ukraine 4-2 as well. I mean, you know, there's not much more that can come our way apart from, say, the top 15. And that'll come during a World Cup for sure. Oh, for sure. For sure. Going back in there. Voodoo Pork Chop. Possession is a stat that I don't give much weight to anymore. I'm going to stay with that, and I'll get back to more. Possession is a stat that I don't give much weight to anymore. I'm going to stay with that, and I'll get back to more. Possession is a stat I don't give weight to anymore. I absolutely agree with that. Years ago, with soccer, possession told you who literally owned the game. Nowadays, in the modern game, with the counter-attacking system, hey, possession football just means you had the ball more and you did nothing with it. It doesn't tell a story. Years ago, your possession did. That's where the stats and the stories really have got to be, in a sense. Stats are great, but sometimes stats just end you up with nothing. But I do love that point. Voodoo Pork Chop, possession is a stat that I don't give much weight to anymore. I agree. I'm the same way. One more time. A good team, furthermore, Voodoo Pork Chop, guys, a good team will give the possession time to expose a team on counters. Take advantage of the opponent's mistakes. Brilliant. That is the art of the game. Absolutely. Let them make mistakes. Counterattack swift. 6 goals in the back of the net later. It's lovely. 19 played awesome. Beautifully. Yes. I tell you what, we had everybody going. And like I say, if you're just tuning in, guys, we finished 6-0 on the night. Goals from Siga, Oliwasei, Buchanan 2, Akimpelu, and Saliba. I tell you what's fantastic. And Saliba, like Nelson, Saliba's 19. Saliba, like Nelson in the last game, played a great game with the pickup and the link-up play, and obviously foraged on a mistake in front of the box. Cuts right, cuts left, cuts right, finishes left, and sweeps the ball beautifully into the far corner. Yeah, Saliba, another keeper. I was singing Nelson's praises last game. Saliba is another keeper. And overall, your man of the match, Tajon Buchanan, 2 goals on the night. Great performance, especially with them long throws. Yes. And can't he throw the ball long, hey? But you got to say, back into the chat, guys. Rich, you play and assess after 45 minutes game management. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Voodoo Pork Chop, one more time. CSA was an old boys club. It's got it right now. You know, it was an old boys club. And back in the day, when I showed you, let me have a look here. When I opened up the show and I showed everybody that's 2004, my first ever Canadian pass. That's 2004. John Brown was the man in charge back then. Such a classy name, John Brown. Very exotic. Yeah, John Brown, Scotsman. And he was in charge. And I remember announcing the game, talking the game. And I said to him, I said, are you going to be able to pay my check? Or am I getting stiffed? Because I've been stiffed in football a few times. Oh, it happens. You can announce the game. You're still not getting a check. You get stiffed once in a while. You don't take it personal. You're watching the game for free is the way I see it when it goes like that. So, but yeah, CSA was an old boys club. Nowadays, definitely got it right. Definitely a different situation. And as I said back then, people at the top in football back then were securing their mortgages, securing their next car, but they weren't securing anything great in football. Soccer for this nation. You can take that to the bank. Don't have to say too much. CSA was an old boys club. Francois Pitre, big up Francois. Bonjour, monsieur. How you doing, my friend? Our Group B is weak. You know, there's a couple of groups that are on the weaker side. Mexico literally has a weak group too. So, yeah, our weak is definitely group. But, hey, what can you say? Everybody deserved the right to be there. There's more teams in every competition coming through. Do I agree with 48 teams at the World Cup? No, not for a minute. Yes, I've been told by a lot of guys, oh, but we got a better chance of getting out of the group. Yeah, of course we do. Because you're bringing in the minnows, real minnows. But a 32-team World Cup, man, that's shorter, condensed, quicker, month and it's done, not 39 days. And you're going to see some blowout scores at that World Cup. You're going to see scores at a World Cup that you haven't seen before. So when Infantino said back then, I want to take it to 48 teams, It's okay to design something and to think about building something, but it always comes with hidden agendas and hidden angles that you never thought about because you've never been there. 32 teams to 48. That's a 50% increase on teams participating. Just think about that. One quick swig, sorry. Claude, bonjour, Claude. Great game, did what we had to do and made a statement doing it. Totally did. And wasn't it fun? I mean, you can watch a game. The first half, we're 3-0 up, yeah? But it kind of like, I said in the pregame, 23 to 25 minutes, somewhere in there, we get the first goal. We did. Moving on, the second two goals came along. But the first 20, 30 minutes, it wasn't flowing where you thought, wow, we're in this. It just came alive. Second half, literally, I'm going to say it. We blew Honduras's boat clean out of the water. No sails and all, not even a mast. It was gone, not invisible, blown up. And that was the second half that finished it off. It was a fantastic performance. If you're up late, it was great to see it because it kept you on your toes. A game traditionally against Honduras back in the day would have finished 0-0 and we would have been falling asleep after 20 minutes. What a difference. Back into the chat. Trout says, I'm heading out. Love the live stream, Soccer Steve. Looking forward to the next one. Big up, mate. Get loads of sleep. Too bad the Edmonton Oilers did what they did and lost again to the same team. But maybe next year, 3's lucky. 3's my favorite number. Francois Pitre, Suriname are not bad at all. I tell you, team that could pull more surprises, and also Guatemala, look at them. The confidence they've got coming off that 1-0 win against Jamaica. I'll tell you, there's another team. And let's face it, El Salvador, yeah? They could be a team that could spring a surprise, yeah? Guatemala we know about. So this, it's not so straightforward. But yes, you have to agree, we do have a easier group than per se, maybe most, maybe not. Francois Pitre and Dominican Republic got no defense, but they have talent up front. Yes, absolutely. Literally, if the seesaw is the Dominican, they're doing this. They're great up top, but they're woeful at the back. Canada would still top Group A. Yeah, I agree so. Yep. If we were in Group A, I agree with that. We do top Group A, no doubt about it. Back up to you, Rich. Thanks, Steve. Bedtime for this old midfielder. Thanks for tonight. And always, yes, thanks for the cleats in Kelowna, Vernon, yeah, Kimberley, and the beers in between. Big up, Rich. Have a great sleep. See you next game. Francois Pitre one more time. Claude probably, but Costa Rica could mess things up. Yes. A lot of people haven't really give Costa Rica the credit, respect they deserve. I do. You know, even when Costa Rica is a wounded animal, they can still come out and pull it. It's a football nation. They know how to operate. They know how to game manage. They know how to use the referee. And if you notice tonight, Honduras knew how to use Escobar, yeah? That's why it got the way it did. When you speak the same language, Espanol, and the other team's not speaking Espanol, they're speaking English. And the referee doesn't speak English, he speaks pretty much mostly Espanol because he's from Guatemala. You can own the ref easier. And that's what happened tonight. But what I told you, take to the bank, as soon as you put the first goal in, the referee then is invisible. And we put 5 more in on top. Loving it. Back into the chats. Claude says, Francois Pitre, maybe, but we'd be on top. This is arguably the best group of players Canada has ever had. I'm going to read that again, Claude. This is arguably the best group of players Canada has ever had. Très bien, mon ami. That is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Very good. On the money, Claude. You got it. Pitre, yes, it's Canada. It's CX Canada. Canada. Best squad. Yes, absolutely. Voodoo Pork Chop. Here we go. I will call it. Canada will not give up a goal in the group stage. You know, you got a great point there. You got a great point. Honduras had a few times where they could have done something tonight, but they didn't. You know, the first half, like I say, was contested. 3 goals either side at half-time, but I think Honduras were more of a team in the first half and then came alive in the last 5 minutes because they knew that come the headlines in Honduras, in less than 12 hours' time, they are getting nailed to the floor. And that ship that got blown out of the water, there'll be no evidence that it was ever there. They're going to get done. And I hope on the flip side of that, that the measly, terrible Canadian press, apart from One Soccer and soccer people that talk soccer, but the measly press attention that this club national team gets. I hope tomorrow they wake their asses up and talk glowingly about club national team gets. I hope tomorrow they wake their asses up and talk glowingly about a great result, about a nation getting ready for a World Cup, but more importantly, getting rid of the 8-1 for a 6-0 overturn. That's 13 goals difference. They won't talk about it. They won't cover it because you're not paying them money. But if you pay them money, they talk about Canada all night long like junkyard dogs, because the media in this country, they play for dinero like everywhere else, but they play for dinero. And they're scared of football. They're scared of soccer in this country ever muscling into number one. Just saying. But they won't talk about this. But if they do, I'd love it. I'd love it. So would you. Back into the chat. But hey, I'm going to say, Voodoo Pork Chop, not a goal in the group stage. Not a goal in the group stage. I hope you're right, mate. That'd be lovely. That also sends messages. Clean sheets are what title-winning teams are based on. If you don't get scored on, you're a team moving forward, and you're going to be one of the big teams, and you'll be contesting that silverware at the end of the tournament. No goals against. That's where it starts. And when you bang 6 in on your first game, boom, Earthquake City, baby. We just sent a lightning rod right through this tournament. Watch the big clubs. Mexico, Panama, USA. Watch them look at that score and go, okay, better get ready. Back into the chats. Claude, I'm hoping we can actually bring this cup home. Yeah, man, me too, me too. Win one, win more. It becomes a habit. The great teams, league teams, talk about your favorite league team, whatever your favorite team is. When they win the league, they look to win more. When they win a cup, a domestic trophy, it could be the FA Cup, it could be the Deutsche Pokal, it could be the King's Trophy in Spain. But once you start winning trophies, it becomes addictive. We've got players around the world that win things. When they come home, they're bringing that winning mentality. When you win 6-0, the confidence goes through the roof, but not overconfidence, not overconfidence, and not complacency. That's not what you're getting out of this team. No, they could have won tonight 10-0, and they'll have the same rapport, the same work ethic tomorrow when they get an easy rest day, getting ready for another half training day, getting ready for the next game. The mental state of this club is on the top drawer. Literally, back into the chat. Claude says, Tejon is playing like the old Tejon. Davies isn't even playing neither Bombito. Absolutely. And I said earlier on, are we a better team with Alphonso Davies or without him? Because I say this, with Alphonso Davies, he literally negates 2 players wherever he is because he tries to be the Canadian Superman and take on 5 guys all in one go, or draw all the attention into his zone, which literally shifts the team out of place because they're trying to accommodate him and his function into his zone, which literally shifts the team out of place because they're trying to accommodate him and his forays. He's a defender. He goes forward, loses the ball. Someone's got to cover that back. Now, you know that guys are shifting in to help each other no matter what. But you saw tonight, everybody played their role. No one was out of position. So, question, are we a better team with Alphonso or without him? It's absolutely been gunning through my mind for the last couple of years. I love him, but I would say as the coach, Jesse Marsch needs to reel him in and say, listen, this is your zone. Stick in here, be great in your zone like you do at club football, but don't take on too much. And don't think that you're Pele. You don't have the feet of a god of football. You're a decent player, but you're not a god. You can't take on 5 guys every time without the fries and get to goal. That's what I'm saying. Back into the chat. Claude says, Francois, no, getting back. Francois Pitre. So had Haiti could not beat the Saudi, Haiti dominate the whole game, but could not score. Absolutely. Absolutely. Team built on defense gets a lucky 1-0 win, in my opinion. However, Saudi should be the second team going through. Just saying. Claude says, Francois Pitre agreed. Haiti losing to Saudi Arabia is what gives CONCACAF a bad name and makes us look weak. Absolutely. Absolutely. Back to Francois. Saudi Arabia got their ass kicked by Haiti, but their best striker is injured. They have a few players out. Saudi does not come with a big team. That's for sure. Before Voodoo Pork Chop, these guys are playing for each other. Nice to see. Absolutely. Absolutely. The unity, the running, the pressing, literally nobody was standing still. When you see a team that's not really gearing for each other or gulling for each other, they're not gunning at all, you see people walking. You see a lot of guys walking. If you're not in the game, you see a lot of guys walking because that flow is not there. When you have the effort, when you have that togetherness that these guys have got, I'll tell you what, man, all legs were pumping. And Honduras, let's put it this way. If this was a boxing match, okay, we literally took 9 rounds out of 10. And every 9 we won, we literally had them on the ropes. And they may have won 1 round where it was just their round. And I mean just their round. So again, if it was a boxing match, we'd have literally knocked them around for 9 rounds out of 10 and took all the wind right out of their sails. Back into the chats. Voodoo Pork Chop says, Davies for Canada needs to play up front. That's an idea. He tries to do too much. Yes. The only person who can make him accountable is David. Yes. Absolutely glorious. On the money, Voodoo. On the money. Voodoo Pork Chop says it how it is. Put him up top. You want to be a man beater? Get up there. Get up there. Even Tuchel, when he was at Bayern München, said, no. You're not as good as you think you are back there. You do your job. I'm the boss. You stay where I tell you. Yeah? That's where you see the great leagues, Bayern München and Alfonso, when he plays there, you get to know what he can do and what he's not allowed to do. Different team now, yeah? Tuchel's obviously gone to a different place. Maybe he regrets that. Maybe he'll regret it in the future. But again, I like it. Voodoo Pork Chop. Davies for Canada needs to play up front. That, I would say, would be an idea. If you would say, put him on the wing, I'd put him there. I'd put him there. I wouldn't put him in the middle because he can't think quick enough. He's a great athlete. He's got great speed. He's got great feet. But he don't think enough. And he don't think quick enough, in my money. He has that deer in the headlights syndrome once in a while where he looks absolutely confused at what's going on split second. If you look closely, you'll see it. You really will see it. But put him on the wing. I'd do that. Then that relieves the loss of space in behind the back four or in behind the midfield, yeah? Because as he comes through, he's like a vortex. He pushes people out of position, so people have got to go to different parts of the field to accommodate him going where he wants to go. And he doesn't go on a tic-tac-toe or a regular run. He seems to go where he wants to go. He'll go down the wing straight. Watch him go down the wing straight and run into a cul-de-sac of players. Too many times I've seen that. That's why I say he needs talking to. He needs reeling in. And he needs to give a mission. Give him a mission, what he can complete. Keep it simple, because great players love simple missions. Jonathan David, great player. Simple missions. Look at the numbers he scores. Does he look like the world's best player every time you see him? No. But you look at his numbers, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Back into the chats. Claude says, who do we have? Dane or Max for your starting keeper? I like Max, but Dane came up big today. What do you say? Great question. Let me have a swig. Claude, that's a brilliant question. Oh, I tell you. I had a fantastic day today, guys, before I got in here. It was beautiful, sunny, no rain. So I knew we were in for a good day, because when it really does hammer down with rain anywhere near me, I know the game's going to go bad. Do you know how many rainy days I had in CONCACAF before we got great? We're talking like 30 years before the last 5. Anywho, going back to Claude. This is excellent. Who do we have? Dane or Max for your starting keeper? He's asking me. Furthermore, Claude says, I like Max, but Dane came up big today. What do you say? This is what I say. We have a collective great core of goalkeeping. Yeah, we really do. Let's not forget Bojan did some great work for us in the past, but I was glad when we relieved him of his duty and brought in the next generation. Next generation, Maxi Crepeau would have been streets ahead of anybody else a couple of years ago had he not broke the leg. Yeah, and I felt so sad prior to the World Cup when he did. Down there in Los Angeles, I'm sure you all saw it. Horrific. He should never have come for the ball. He was fed a hospital ball by the defender, which was never going to get there. And Maxime, being the man he is and giving you 100%, raced out for the ball when he should never have done it. And the collision happened. As we all know, it's history now. But he's come back. I'll tell you what. I do like Dane St. Clair. I really do. And it's a fine line to pick between the two, between Dane St. Clair and Maxime Crepeau. But I have to say, edging it, and he can still get better, but edging it, I go with Maxime Crepeau. I do. Dane is getting closer and closer and will be a number one eventually. I'm pretty sure of that. But I would edge my bets. I'd put Max in and keep Dane on the bench. But I'd also do one thing as well. Throughout this group stage, I would rotate the keepers. So you give fair play to both keepers. They both get 1 or 2 games, yeah? And they have confidence. And they feel good about themselves. And you keep them alive. A keeper that gets no time is dead. It comes on cold. The mojo's not right. So looking after this squad and the blend, it's very important Jesse keeps it right. He's done so far pretty damn good. He's brought new players in. Nelson, Bassong, and a few others. Yeah, it's a point of with the keepers, keep them happy. But I would go with Maxime Crepeau if you ask me which is my number one, as you just did. Francois Pitre, in answer to that, I prefer Max, but it's close. Well, he said what I said, but he said it a lot quicker. He should be in the media. Voodoo Porkchop, Max steps up in bigger games. Yeah, you know, that Ukraine game, a whole string of games that Max pulled off that really, if he hadn't, that game has a different complex and it finishes a different scoreline, yeah? But again, at the end of the day, we have great goalkeeping. We scored 6 tonight, don't get scored on. That is a great night in the books for your defense. Midfield, I can't count how many times we intercepted the ball, and the interceptions should, by all rights, be on any stat sheet. When these stat sheets come out, they need to start putting interceptions on. And what half the interception was won. It would give you a good feel for how well midfield was intercepting things each half. Also shows you the flow of the game. But we intercepted in midfield so many balls where we're reading the play. And that takes intelligence. It takes energy. It takes the legs. It takes unity. Everybody was hunting like packs. When we didn't have the ball, we're hunting like packs to get it back. We were ball hungry all night. You don't see many teams do that. Not all night long. And I know Jesse March likes to press, and sometimes you get caught back in. But even when we got caught out for space up top, we always had guys at the back to clear the mess. We never had a problem. And Honduras is not the best team in the world, ranked 75 in the world, but they are big enough on their day to provide problems. They didn't. They really didn't. And Dane St. Clair didn't have much to do. The defense did what they did brilliantly. And then you got to say, up top, we put 6 in for 5 different players. Tajon Buchanan comes out, top man of the match, 2 goals. Another great performance by Canada. Mr. Broken Leg from a couple of years ago. Great over there in Europe. Getting all that experience, becoming a man where he was not the full man. He is the man. He's putting the pressure on the big guys. Jonathan David, look across. Tajon Buchanan is in the same stature pretty much coming up. You could look around in defense. Bombito wasn't there. I love watching Bombito in defense. He wasn't there. Just hear those names. Look at the rest of the games. And again, I'm going to say it. In the group stage, we do not need to put out our top line every match. Save that for at least game 3, and then moving into your first game in the quarterfinals. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Going back into the chat, guys. Voodoo Pork Chop, one more time, I'm going to say Max steps up in bigger games. Voodoo Pork Chop, sorry, is basically saying that's his difference. He steps up in the big games. Claude back in chat. Saliba has inserted himself into this squad seamlessly. Oh, yeah. I love that. I love that. And he has. He really has. Everybody, Saliba has inserted himself into this squad seamlessly. What are your thoughts about him? On the game, like his feet, like his brain. I like his intensity. I like his personality. I like his confidence. I like the way he literally played tonight like he'd been there for at least 3 to 4 years. He did not look out of place. And as you said, you used the word seamlessly. Exactly. He played tonight like a veteran, like an experienced veteran that had been there a long time. He knew where to pass the ball. He knew where to be to intercept, like I said earlier, first half, second half. We need stats each half on the interceptions moving forward, football people, because his game was complete. And to cap it off, those interceptions first half, second half, it was an interception by him. And skilly feet, chucking left, chucking right, chucking left, and then curling that ball beautifully into the goal. That was all him. Jesse Marsch has big problems, massive problems. Who are you going to upset to play the kid? Nelson's another one. He had a great game last game. Who are you going to upset to put him in? No, you don't have to. You start the big guys in the big games, but you have to think. Saliba and Nelson and a few others right on that bench, raring to come on, raring to do something, raring to put Canada into the next round. We've got players coming off the bench that can make a difference. We never had that before. Didn't happen. Wasn't who we were. That was your big clubs. That was the USA. That was Mexico. Panama possibly on their best day recently. But that wasn't us. It is now. Claude says, I'm bring up Saliba because I'm impressed with him and never really heard of him before. You know what? There's going to be a lot of Canadian fans out there looking at Saliba thinking, who is he? They know who he is now. I guarantee you as well, they're online checking out what he's done, where he's from, how old he is, how tall he is, what does he weigh? Is he left-footed? Is he right-footed? They'll check everything now. We got too many kids coming through that haven't even hit the top national team. If you look at our U division, the teams under the first team for Canada, we have absolutely a supply line of young kids, but they're big. Years ago, if your average footballer was probably like 5'11", it seems the average kid nowadays is at least 6'1", 6'2". But all these kids are big with touch, and they're all being guided into playing football with their brains. So the future for this nation looks absolutely top draw. But again, Saliba, I totally think he's one for say. He's a keeper. I'd literally use Saliba in the next game, bring his confidence up. Nelson might be another one I'd bring in the next game, bring his confidence up. And a few other players tonight. Chaunier, for me, needs to play next game too. Love what he gave. Seager, you could sit if you wanted to, but I'd play him. Literally, if you ask me, I'd start the same team. Maybe not Jonathan David on the top, but I'd start the same team next game. But change out Jonathan David, put him on the bench, and bring in one of the other strikers that needs the time. JD can come in the second half and clear things up if we haven't got a goal. 45 minutes with JD on the field, you pretty much think he's going to get one. So your first half, next game, bring the same team, omit JD, put him on the bench, bring someone else in, and I say what? You get 3 more points. And you keep everybody rotating, and you keep the guys that get lesser minutes happy, and you also, like Saliba, you put him on the field. Francois Pitre, we never had such a great talent pool. We are stacked with young prospects. Francois, we really are. We really are. And I'm loving it because I'll give you a story. I remember sitting down with Dero. Yeah. Dwayne De Rosario, a few years back when he was still playing, and it was a training situation, Team Canada, and I used to just sit down with anybody and talk to anybody. I've never been what you would say starstruck or awestruck. We're all the same. Doesn't matter what we do. Whether you lay bricks, whether you install electric items, whether you install satellite systems, whether you work at a hospital, whatever you do, we're all the same. But I would sit down to Dero once in a while and I'd just talk the game. And he would drop bombs with me. Like, he would say things that he would never say to the press. And I won't discuss anything bad what he did say because he's class and I got his back. But what we've got now with talent pool, like Francois is just saying, that we are stacked with young prospects right now. Dero said back then, what you see is what we got. This is it for the nation. We do not have anything coming through. We do not have young kids out in Europe making it big like they are now. We don't have the money, the promotions like you got now. We don't have a TV station that'll back us. One Soccer will do it for you, yeah? There's also games that land on Sportsnet, land on TSN, RDS. We do now. They didn't then. So when you think about where we were, where we come from, we're stacked with players, we're stacked with everything. Just remember, your great players like Dero, they didn't have it like we did, or like we have. That's what I'm saying. Where is number 7? Voodoo Pork Chop. You're talking about Steven Estachio. Got the answer for you right now, bro. Steven is with FC Porto, and they are taking on teams in the FIFA World Club Cup competition. So that's where Stevie is. He may well be back. We'll have to wait and see. But that's where he is. And Alfonso and Sammy are both injured, as you know. So that's where number 7 is. Famous, was one-time captain of a sorts, but tonight was Jonathan David because the other guys weren't there to captain the team. Question, does Jonathan David stay captain? You just won 6-0. Is that reason to keep Jonathan as captain forever and ever and ever? Amen. Because let's face it, he is a big player. He is a big number. He's worth lots of dinero. He puts the ball in the back of the net, which is the hardest thing in football to do. Does he become your captain, or where does it go? What are you thinking? That's what I'm saying. Claude says, Francois Pitre agreed, and Marsh has done an outstanding job convincing dual nationals of pledging to the Maple Leaf. Yes. And you know what? I say this, Claude, and Francois, and everybody watching, listening. Remember, like, subscribe, join the channel, get in here. Next game coming up is the next Canada game at the Gold Cup. But I say this, convincing dual nationals. You need a piece of pie. You need a nice piece of pie to eat and enjoy. I love apple pie. You need a nice apple pie and you need some nice cream on top. You need to attract someone to eat it. Now, what is that apple pie and what is the cream and what am I attracting you to? Well, the apple pie and the cream is attracting you to a big event. That's the World Cup next year. I guarantee you, in fact, I'll tell you straight, everybody he talked to, dual nationals, said, you do realize that Canada's getting better and better year to year, yeah? And you do realize that we have a competition coming up, the Gold Cup. And the guys will be like, yeah. And then he'll say, and you do realize that we have a full FIFA World Cup where we're going to be a host nation. Yeah, the player says, yeah, I hear that. Well, hear this, says Jesse. Do you want to be part of that? Stone cold, straight-faced, right in your face, right now, camera on. You want to be part of that? Okay, then this is what I need from you. This is the criteria you must hit. And when you see these young players coming in, the likes of Saliba, the likes of Nelson, and the others, yeah, when you see these guys coming in, they know exactly what they have to do, how they have to arrive, and in the moments in the game that they have to excel in, that they've been put into the team and into the squad for that particular purpose in this game. If they excel, then there's a possibility you're going to that World Cup, not just the Gold Cup. So we have 2 massive tournaments to attract those dual nationals that know Well, if I go for Holland instead of Canada, well, I'll be going as a Dutch player. And what Jesse will tell those players is, don't kid yourself for 1 second. Do you really think if you go for Holland or you go for, say, maybe Nigeria or maybe Japan, that you're even going to be the starter? You're going to be on the bench at the most. You could be a starter with Canada if you come this way. So he's going to attract people to the club being Team Canada. He's going to attract people to it, attract people with the carrot and the stick and the tournaments that we are now going through. And adding, we just won the Canadian Shield, taking out the likes of Ukraine, like I said. It all adds into a big picture of how you attract players to your team, into your squad, and have them on the same page as everybody else. Evidently, Canada has everybody on the same page. We haven't missed a beat. Everybody collectively gets along supremely well. And that chemistry, you can't BS chemistry. That chemistry is there for everybody to see. You'd have to be a blind man not to figure out how good Canada and all the players work together. And I worked with a blind man, a Nigerian fella in soccer, and he could see the game through the crowd with the noises. Back into the chat. Case, yes, absolutely. The one thing we have to do, define ourselves as a nation at that World Cup. That's what we have to do, is define ourselves as a soccer nation at the World Cup. We have to get out of the group. That is the absolute top mission as we go into that World Cup, is get out of the group. Breaking history, winning games at a World Cup, that's also something we've yet to do. So we've got to take or shake a few monkeys off the back, get out of the group, win World Cup games, get into that knockout round, and from there on in, with this squad building as it is, I'll tell you what, you're going to see some big teams come to North America and Mexico that are not going to do well. I'm telling you straight. You're going to see some big teams fail at the World Cup. Not necessarily all of them in the group stage, but look for a big team to fail in the group stage. But you're going to see some teams fail that are big in the round robin stage. And then into the knockout stage, more so I should say, they'll fail in the round robin, then into the knockout stage. Elevation, temperature, heat, all sorts of different things, not just at the game. You get dehydrated before you get to the game. If you're not drinking, it's what you do in your prep before the game that helps or negates you during the game. So there's a lot to think about. But World Cup, great showcase. Yes, absolutely. Guys, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to slowly cut this down, get it produced, and put it up into a post game. But I do know this much. I have not enjoyed a game like this. I enjoyed the Ukraine game recently and thought, man, have we ever reached a height? And then you get to this 6-0. And you're thinking, Stevie hasn't wiped this face, smile, Cheshire Cat look off his head all night long. And that's going to stay there until the next game. Because I never had this. All the senior crowd in here never had it so good as we're getting it now. We don't see it's going to end because we are solido. It's absolutely solid what we built. You could fail in the business side of things right now, but the quality on the field won't let this team or this nation fail. We've hit the top draw. We've hit the top level, and it can still get better. And we're 30 in the world with a 6-0 win. FIFA rankings are going to get changed here pretty soon again. Get out of the group, add a couple of more wins, get into the round robin, get your group sorted out. Get into the knockout stage, get that sorted out. Top 4 is where we should be. Anything less than a top 4 finish is a failure. We've had a great start. Nothing has been decided, but we've had a great start. And as I look into the stadium completely empty right now, I am reminded of a fun night. More goals than I thought. 3 times the amount of goals. I said 2-0. It's 6-0. But I'm looking at the stadium, and I tell you, I've had a bloody good night. I've had an absolutely sexy night in football. And I can't remember, looking at that stadium, I can't remember when I had a better time. I'm just watching a guy cut the grass around the goals. They're getting ready for the next game. But I can't remember when I had a better time. I hope you had a fantastic time. I hope you enjoyed everything. I'm going to go straight into the chat before we shut down. Claude says, yes, I would leave Jonathan David with the captain's armband. Right on, right on. In my opinion, JD doesn't try to lead. He just does it. Claude, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Leaders don't try. They just do it. JP, I tell you what, that is brilliant. That is brilliant, Claude. That is brilliant. JD is absolutely just doing it. Doesn't need to prove it. And he gets goals on top. Claude, coming back at you, mate. Brilliant statement. Carl E. Story, big up to you, mate. I'm hoping for a new country to win World Cup. You know, it would be time. It would be time. One of the things I've said for years as well is like, wouldn't it be nice if an African nation got to win a World Cup? I mean, they got some huge players. African nations have got some huge players. If they all played on the same team, now that would be an interesting question. If you took one team from each continent, 6 teams, which continent would be the best? It's an interesting question, eh? But 6 continents, one team from each continent, which continent would win or be the best out of those 6 teams? The lights are going down. They're turning off the lights down there. People have had a good time. People are smiling. I can see people smiling there. They're not Canadian fans. They're regular fans, but they're smiling. They've had a good time. I've had a good time, guys. I really have. Francois Pitre, will Mexico play their game at the Azteca? I believe so. I believe so, yeah. Carly Story, I'm American, but would like to see Canada win the Gold Cup. Big up, bruv. Big up, bruv. I tell you what, I have no problem with the likes of Mexico, USA, Canada winning it. Not a problem. Panama also team that you could say could do it too. I have no problems with anybody winning it, but I would say, as a Canadian fan, I would like to see Canada win it. I really would. But at the end of the day, all the teams in the competition will sort out through the group phase. We'll get the top 8 into the quarterfinals. One that might not be making it now, but things can change, is Jamaica. They are on the bubble to slide out in the group phase. They need to tighten up, and they need favours too. But good point there, Carly Story. Loving it, loving it. Remember, like, subscribe, guys. Get into this, and remember, get ready for the next game too, because we're coming back at you. Same format, same passionate commentary, the same sarcasm that I always bring, especially to the likes of the referee. Lights are going down in the studio. In the stadium, Still people laughing in that far corner. They're having a hell of a time in that corner. I don't know what they're doing, but they're laughing their butts right off. Into the chats. Oh my God, says Francois Pitre. Mexico playing all their games at Azteca is a huge advantage. Absolutely, absolutely. Just think if we'd have been able to play all 3 games on our turf. Different story. America is not a problem. Panama's on the road like everybody else. We'll see what shakes down in a few days' time. But for now, things are looking pretty much as they were. Like I say, only Jamaica's the team that's really not doing it. But on the night, it's 6. And on the night, it's 0. And on the night, it's a great job. And on the night, I say thank you to everybody. Claude, coming to you. Do you think Canada now has that ability to win big games and show up like Mexico does? Absolutely. Absolutely. And we can absolutely add one little thing to our makeup. Toughness. We never used to be tough. We were a boxer with a glass jaw, but now we're tough. We are totally tough. So yes, I think we are. And with that, guys, thank you everybody in the family, in the chat tonight. Loved every minute of it. I've got a big tiger in front of me. This is Cabby. Oh, he's facing the other way. You know, you should face the public, mate. There you go. Cabby is a brand new kitty. I've only had him a couple of days, and he was a stray out in the fields, and I felt so sorry for him. So I said, "You got to come in," and I brought him in. And you know what? He's tame as tame as. He's got such a nice, wonderful, beautiful character. So if Cabby wants to look around, see if we can get him looking around. He's a lovely kid. Guys, can you speak on the mic? Yeah, speak on the mic. Say something on the mic, buddy. There you go. There you go. He does talk. He does talk. But I wish he wouldn't show people his butt. Anyway, Claude, I do think Canada has the ability to win big games. Claude says, great stream. I'll be back. Good night. Thank you, Claude. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much, Francois Pitre. Playing Mexico at the World Cup will be a nightmare for European teams. It will. It totally will. And like I say, as we get bigger, and better in this, nobody will want to play us either. Nobody. Thank you, everybody. I've had so much fun. Please come back again and allow me to have more fun, because I hope you did too. But hey, on the night, 6-0. Kitty comes in to say hello. Cabby's showing everybody his butt. But hey, but are no buts. Come back for the game. And I will see you then, guys. Thanks so much. This was a great night. A total